Hey, kids. You're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the SML Podcast. I am your host, Joe. We have a big show lined up, and the way you can tell that is that it is Wednesday morning. Aki is here, Bri is here, Jacob is here, and Grant is here. Again, on a Wednesday morning. How's everyone doing?
Good. Coffee in hand.
Everyone is freshly wide awake. Because we have a fun interview lined up this episode. Joining us from Italy, Giuseppe Franchi of 34 Big Things. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm great. It's actually 4 p.m. here, so I should be awake by now.
We're not. You're awake and Aki's awake because she just didn't go to bed last night. And that's it.
Sleep is for the weak.
So, you are here to talk about the brand new game, Carmageddon Rogue Shift. For the people who don't know what this game is, give us the sales pitch.
Actually, I'm here because they told me to. Like, I was kind of forced to be here.
I'm sorry.
No beef with you guys, but I'm just kidding. I gladly like talk about the game at every chance I have because, just because I've been making it. So
the masked men are behind you now, waiting for you to slip up.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm also a terrible sales pitch kind of guy, so I'll be very brief in this point. Carmageddon Rogue Shift is a spin-off of the Carmageddon franchise you may or may not be aware of. I think some of the youngest in the audience may not know, but Carmageddon was kind of, a huge thing back in the days where video games were very cool, in which we could drive a monster four-wheeled monster car around and kill everyone, basically. We set ourselves, we wanted to, make a new thing to actually bring back the IP into the spotlight. So we created a roguelite combat driving game in order to, make it fresh and make it new. And is going to release Friday the 6th, and in Carmageddon Rogue Shift, you basically do the Carmageddon thing, so you drive around your monster machine and kill everybody, basically, except that now everyone is a zombie because the world has mutated, so they're out to get you. They want to drag you out of your car and eat you alive. In order for that not to happen, you have to, kill them first and kill everyone else that tries to get to the finish line before you. That's pretty much the one-liner.
Grant, you were the big Carmageddon guy, so I am going to let you take the spotlight and ask what questions you want first.
Oh, sure. Well, you mentioned people, some people may be too young to remember Carmageddon, but I was not. I was very much big into Carmageddon in college. All of my buddies, we used to play a lot of that game. And I have a small story about Carmageddon I want to share real quick, and then we can move on to questions. But I was in college. This is 1997. And I had played the demo for Carmageddon on my PC at home. It was over break. So when I went back to college, I asked my father if he could email me the demo, because he said he could. The demo was like 16, 17 megabytes, I think. So
in 97.
97. So, and we had our internet was like the kind where you had to dial up from the dorm room. It was like there was no network that went all the way to. It was dial up in the dorms. They had technically a network for the university, but so he emails me this file, and then all of a sudden in the morning one day at university, the entire network goes down. The entire University of North Carolina college network is offline. I get a call in my dorm room from a guy that asked me about a file that has been emailed that was so big that it apparently like it just sort of rolled up into other people's inboxes, and it caused some sort of issue with this giant file coming in, this giant attachment, and it shut down. It literally locked down the entire network for university. So I had to go. So they figured it out. They got it. They fixed it, and he had me come down to the office, and he was nice enough to split the file, the zip file, into, I think it was like 14 floppy disks, and he did like wind split, I think he used, and he split it into 14 floppies wrapped in rubber bands and handed it to me, and it said, "Here's your file. What is Carmageddon?" So I had to tell the network admin about what Carmageddon was, and took it back, and we unzipped it on my buddy's machine, and then we were able to enjoy the Carmageddon demo at university. But Carmageddon did indeed shut down the North Carolina University's network for a good 6 hours. So
I love how Carmageddon is just a synonym of destruction. Like
it is everywhere it goes, even the demo. So anyway,
Man, but your stories are amazing. I don't think I ever heard that one from you.
No, well, it was rarely a chance to talk about Carmageddon. That's what's just so funny. I mean, we want to talk about. We've all been playing the game. We have questions about the game, but the big question for me is that what is your connection to Carmageddon? It's either you or someone at the company obviously is aware of this IP. It's been around for a long time, but it's been dormant for a while. I know they put a game out that was a Kickstarter game. I guess it was about 10 years ago now. Maybe it wasn't quite that long. But what's the story with your connection to that series, and what made you guys decide to try and kind of resurrect it and do your own sort of interpretation of that world?
Well, thanks. I'm in my 40s, so I'm bound to know the Carmageddon IP. And actually, one of the three founders of the company, this Giacomo, actually got into game development because of Carmageddon, because he liked the first game, so much that he started to wonder, like, how are these things made, and how can I make this a career of mine? And then we started 3-4 big things together, me, this guy, Giacomo, and Valerio. So I would say it had a pretty big impact on us.
Wow.
Our trajectory, I'd say.
That's great. So was it sort of a thing of like, when you were thinking about, I mean, obviously your Red Out series is successful, love Red Out, but like was this just an idea you had of like checking in to see if the license was available to try and do something new with it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, once Red Out 2 rolled out and launched, we entered the Embracer group, and that includes the THQ Nordic, who actually holds the IP of Carmageddon. And
gotcha.
We've been exploring the possibility of working with IPs for a while. We were about to launch our Red Out 2 project, which was our own IP and a huge risk. We wanted to see if it was possible to actually go through some development effort for a third-party IP and see how that was, because we never did it before. Actually, we did, but for like small projects. And so they basically come up to us and say, "Hey, we have this dormant franchise. Would like to do something with it?" And it turns out it's Carmageddon. So the answer obviously is yes. Of course, we'd like to do something with it.
Oh yeah.
We've been prototyping, I would say, a few different things, because it was clear from the start from us that we wanted to do something pretty different. Because as you mentioned, the latest installment, I think it's 10 years ago now, was actually a bit of time had passed since it came out. So we wanted to try something to differentiate a bit this game from the main line of the IP, and that's also why we call it a spin-off.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it is, and it's a big change in genre. I mean, you're in a car, but it plays very differently, obviously, than the old sort of open world Carmageddon games. Was it your plan from the beginning to do the roguelike genre and apply it to racing? Has that been something that's been in your heads for a while? Because I don't think, maybe there's another game out there that exists that falls into that category, but I haven't seen one.
Yeah, there's a few, but they're not too many.
Mm-hmm.
The moment we realized, this could be a nice gameplay loop to actually test on the Carmageddon, formula, that thought kind of stuck with us, and we were cursed from that moment onwards. Like, that never left us, so we had to do it.
Yeah, it's a interesting. Games like this have been around for a while. I mean, I think I look at the map of this game and I think of a game like Outrun. Even the idea of choosing your sort of path from left to right. It's almost like we were set. A lot of racing games were set up for this kind of formula from the beginning, but we just hadn't really incorporated the roguelike.
It's weird to think how long the roguelike formula has kind of been around, because arcade games really did have those branching, like story A, then B, then B1, B2, stuff like that. It's crazy how long those aspects of roguelike have been around without us really noticing that they've been there this whole time. I'm curious to know, how did you guys go from hypersonic space racing to splattering the shit out of zombies?
We put wheels on that thing, and we put zombies in front of it, basically.
I guess it is that easy.
Yeah, I mean, easy peasy, done. Yeah. No, thanks for the question. It's... where do I start? Like, the handling of the car is very important to us, and it's rather different from the handling of a floating futuristic hovership, of course. And that was very interesting, and I would say a very difficult design challenge, because, I mean, you have expectation, like when you pick up a controller and you have a racing game in front of you, right? You have expectation on how the car can behave and how it works and how it slides, and then the model can be more or less realistic, it could be more or less responsive, but you do have, a basis for comparison. Whereas with a futuristic title, on a sci-fi title like Redout, you can basically do whatever you want, because it's a hovership. What is the last time you drove a hovership?
It's Thursday.
Oh, nice. Can you tell me more?
No. belongs to my friend. They live up in Canada.
You wouldn't know them. You
wouldn't know them.
School. Oh man. Yeah, the roguelike elements. How did you decide that you were going to bring those into the racing genre? I guess Grant kind of asked this earlier, but what did you want to do to make it stand out from just another racing game with some randomized elements? How did you want to stand out?
What I usually say in response to this question is we want explosions that melt your face. We wanted a level of action on screen that was, that left you shaking in a way, that left you impressed at least. And that's what we really aimed for. We wanted to make it fast and we wanted to make it spectacular, let's say. So also all the upgrades and the roguelike structure and the driving, as I mentioned earlier, supports this. We worked to make sure that you had a challenge in front of you, of course. So you have opponents, you have an enforcer like police trying to stop you, opponent cars, zombies trying to kill you and whatnot. And wanted to, make it difficult and make sure that you had synergies in your upgrade, so you can evolve from, just like a driver with a machine gun to an unstoppable rolling death machine that can basically insta-kill everyone.
Rolling death machines are fun.
Until you're on the other end of it.
Oh,
complain. I don't like being on the other end. It kind of sucks.
So I will admit this. I'm obviously familiar with Carmageddon, but this was legitimately the first time I've ever played any of the titles in the series. So this part I don't know about. I know that the first one they had changed, because originally in the first one you were running over people, but then I believe it was Germany made them change it over to zombies because otherwise they wouldn't let it release over there. Way back in the day. Has it been zombies in the series this whole time, or since then, or was that new? Is that newer? Is it? a more recent addition for the entire line.
I mean, zombies were part of the series. They've been, at the beginning, in order to go around the controversy, Carmageddon was launched with zombies instead of pedestrians in some geographical areas. And that's also the way I first played it, by the way. And in Carmageddon 2, if I'm not mistaken, I could say stupid thing, and everyone is going to hold me accountable for this. But
it's okay. We say stupid stuff all the time.
We do.
It never stops us.
There were actually zombies in the cinematic introduction of the game, so in a way they are part of the lore. Of course, there's not this tremendous narrative depth to it, as you can imagine, but we did try to weave some narrative into the game that I think is really nice. Basically, everyone consumed this enhanced food that caused the super mutation, and the corporation distributing that food either didn't catch it or didn't care, and basically everybody who consumed that turned into zombies, which is, I mean, that's just another day at the office in the post-apocalypse world.
I mean, provided that you have an office in the post-apocalyptic world.
True.
If you live in a skyscraper or like at the not at the ground floor, I would say you have a chance. You barricade yourself in, and now you have an office.
Like, would you even want a corner office with a view in the apocalypse, or would you just want like an indoor office so you don't have to see the hellscapes outside?
I don't have an office with a view right now, so I would be happy with sticking to it.
Speaking of hellscapes, the game is set in 2050. Do you think our world is going to shit that quick?
Do you think it's going to last that long, Joe?
Because that 2050 seems really optimistic right now.
Oh man, if that's 2050, then we got bright skies ahead. Oh, thank God. I look forward to our Carmageddon future.
Oh, the world's going to hell. The gameplay. How many vehicles are in this game? Because I'm still fairly early into it. I love the upgrade unlock system. It feels very Helldivers-ish. How many vehicles are in the game for people to unlock?
I like how you mention Helldivers, because that was one of the inspiration for the progression, of course. Pretty noticeable. We have 15 vehicles that you can upgrade, and each one of them has a slightly different handling. Some of those you love, some of those you hate. If you're not, if skill is an issue for you, let's say. No, I'm just kidding. It's just like the rear-wheel drive cars are sometimes pretty, hard to tame. But if you do manage, like one of my favorite cars in the game is rear-wheel drive. You just have to be careful when you slide and where you point your wheels at. Once you do that, it's pretty much like in real life, right?
Yeah.
I'm drifting cars all the time in real life.
All I know is apparently you can angle your wheels to where they're upside down. So that's the direction I keep going. So, yay.
Aki, are you flipping your car all the time?
Constantly. Every race it happens like 2 or 3 times, bare minimum.
It's impressive that you're worse than me at this game.
I mean, to be fair, I've never driven a single time in my entire life, so...
You were okay at the crew.
Those cars didn't
upside
flip.
Down in there all the time. Grant, do they flip in the crew?
I don't think the crew lets the car flip. At least it flips you right back over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't matter.
Do you have a favorite car in the game, Grant? Anything
in Rogue Shift?
Yeah, anything that you've
the one that I can't remember the name of it. I can't let go of it. It's not the, oh my gosh, I'm not upstairs to boot it to see, but you unlock several in a row. There's like the main vehicle, then there's the heavy vehicle, then there's I think there's a rear wheel drive one. Then there's one that's it's smaller. It looks sort of like the Interceptor from Twisted Metal. It's sort of like a smaller, more nimble car. All the stats are kind of equal. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one with the laser gun as the default.
Is this weirdness?
It's freaking awesome. I love that car. I'm having a hard time letting go of it at the moment. I can't. Rear wheel drive is rough. Like generally, I love like rally games and stuff, and rear wheel drive is always like an acquired taste. So I'm just sort of waiting for the next all wheel or front wheel to try. But I'm just kind of picking and choosing, which car I unlock as I go. I'm going. I went back and unlocked the heavy, the truck. But the car with the laser at the moment is my current favorite. It's really nimble, and it isn't as strong, it isn't as fast as some of the other ones or whatever. But I really like it. I think I'm going to dive into the one that's really quick, really fast. You unlock a little bit later, but I haven't unlocked it yet. I know there's 15 cars. That's a lot. I think I have the ability to buy maybe 6 now, 7, something like that. So I'm making progress.
You're making good progress. Wow.
Yeah. Doing all right. Having some pretty good runs.
Giuseppe, any favorite cars on your end? What are some of your highlights that you put in the game?
Well, I love a lot of them. Like my favorite is the Hawk, which is a rear wheel drive, of course, but it's this muscle car, very powerful with a super crunchy engine sound that I absolutely adore. And then we have the third car you unlock, you mentioned earlier, is I would say a re-edition of the R5, a very nervous rally car. And then of course there's we call it the OG Eagle, which I shouldn't be spoiling because it's a car that you actually unlock. But it's basically the Red Eagle.
Cool.
I love everything about it. I love the shape. I love how it drives. I love its perk. You can basically... I'm not going to spoil the perk, but it's very fun to use. You can destroy yourself while using it, but it makes the game much, much, much fun.
You can destroy yourself while... Now I want to know more. I'm going to have to... How far in is this car hidden?
Pretty deep. I mean, it depends.
Oh, deep.
On how good are you at the game. You can unlock it in 1 hour, you can unlock it in 4, you can unlock it in 10.
Okay, so 15 hours, I'll get there.
You think you'll get it that fast? Man, Joe, you are being very optimistic.
I'll get it quicker than you, Aki. Bring it.
Oh, hell no. It's on, bitch.
Was there any thought in making this an online game with online races?
Yes. Did we do it? No.
Thank you. I appreciate that very significantly.
No, I mean it's not that it's not that easy. Like there's a ton of things that we designed for single player and around the single player experience. From how the level loads to how the wasted animate around the track. At points we have moments with hundreds of wasted walking around on the navigation mesh on the track, and that's not computationally that can get really, really heavy if you want to keep that on all the time. They push objects around. You have destructible and movable objects. They have their own physics as well. So there's quite a lot at play. It is not just a matter of let's pick the multiplayer flag and try it out. We'd love to do it at some point, of course. But we're not this huge of a team. We had limited resources, and we wanted to, focus on one thing and do it well, rather than do 2 things acceptable.
Totally makes sense.
Were there other things that didn't make it into the game that you really wanted?
Tons.
Anything in particular that you're sad didn't make it in?
I wouldn't say sad. I'm pretty content with the state of the game,
Okay.
of course. But I mean, if you could ask any game developer, a game is never finished. Not when it ships, not after 2 years of patches. There's always something, I would really have loved this, and I would really have loved that. The two things I can promise we really wanted, we're working on, are like steering wheel support first.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And modifications to the campaign. So once you actually complete and beat the game, you can start over with some changes to the experience to make it different, to make it harder, to, for example, remove respawns or remove repairs, make other sorts of variations to challenge you further and to keep you in the loop.
Very cool. I got to get good in the first place.
Yeah, you'll get there. I would have loved, of course, having like 20 more weapons, but unless I kill my gameplay programmers, I will never have that.
Yeah, weapon variety is pretty good. I was impressed. I play when I play this game. It's kind of like I feel like I'm playing. It's like billiards or pool or pinball. I'll have like a really, really, really good run, and then I'll have an absolutely terrible run. What happened? It's just the first world, and I'm already mauled. I am having the just one more game feeling with this game, which I know is kind of the idea. It feels really good to go and just unlock a whole bunch of stuff when you're done.
Dude, when you get a pile of coins and you just unlock it, so satisfying.
Oh, yeah. It's quite good. I want to ask about the music in this game. The original Carmageddon was my introduction to Fear Factory, the first Fear Factory record, which was a big deal and very cool for that time. You've got some guys doing some like kind of gent stuff in here. There's some metal stuff in here. Is this I didn't see much about the soundtrack. Is this a single artist, or is this a bunch of different people doing music for the game?
There's a bunch of different people. There's a collaboration between some Italian musicians and Argentinian musicians. We've managed to find these guys are really talented. So we basically everything is original.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It fits. It's the sound of the original Carmageddon for sure. So that was cool to hear.
Sounds great on headphones too.
Oh yeah.
It's a very satisfying game audio-wise, like the gunshots, the splatters. How hard was it getting the audio to sound just right?
It is hard. I mean, audio is one of those things that if it doesn't work, you notice immediately. When it works, you mostly, don't notice. Unless, some exceptional things or some exceptional moment. We have a dynamic mixing, first of all. So, the music and the mixing of the volumes kind of follows the action. So when there is some important gameplay cue that you need to hear, we're going to lower the volume of everything else, for example, and make it stand out. Or when you do some particularly interesting tricks or a very explosive situation, then the music is also starting is going to start pumping more, whereas in other in some event scenarios where you need to focus, there is no so much pressure on you moment to moment. You can have a more melodic soundtrack with melodic lines that are more developed, and all these little tensions that our audio director and our audio guys effort in are contribute to the feeling that you mentioned, and I'm really glad that you mentioned it.
So now that the game is just a few days away from launching, are you guys going to be taking a break at the studio, or are you already working on new content to add to this, or do you have a new project lined up?
We have more than one project lined up.
Huh?
We never rest, we never sleep, we never stop.
So could we expect more content to come to Carmageddon? I know we briefly mentioned how the upgrade system feels very Helldivers-ish. Could we see some car bonds come, I guess, instead of war bonds?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but for sure we're not gonna... as I mentioned, we have more stuff that we want to add into the game, and of course it depends on how well the game is received, but I have to keep working on it. We already have a performance patch lined up for release that we really wanted to put out there so that everyone can have the best experience. In terms of content, there's tons of things we would like to do. But again, new projects are starting as well, so we'll have to adapt a little bit with that. Well, I guess we'll see. Game development is a balancing act for most of the time, and I know that this question sounds very political, but I'd love to work more on this game specifically. Let's see if it's worth it.
That makes sense. Got to do what you love, right?
All the time.
Bri, what did you do with your time in the game so far?
Not much. I kind of just messed around and shot things and mowed over zombies. I don't know. I'm still getting my bearings.
I find it very stress relieving to play this game.
Fair.
Like, just the splatter of the zombies is really satisfying in this one.
I would have to agree with that.
Aki, what about you?
I like shooting the cars, honestly. It's fun to make them wreck and explode with the goo poo. However, I have a tendency to not know if I'm aiming at another driver, or like another person in the race, or if I'm hitting one of the enforcer vehicles, and that always screws me up.
Yeah.
They're
How
usually
exactly-
why I flip.
Yeah. Giuseppe, how does the targeting work in this game? Because I've noticed a few times I'll be targeting one car, but the game will be like, nah, you're going to hit this one instead.
We give priorities to some of the targets depending on how you are aligned and what you are trying to shoot. Like in your case, for example, could it be possible that the car had a clear line of sight, or the car was a boss? Because other than that, like, all the cars are created equally in a weapon system's mind. Some weapons have a lock cone that is rather thin, so you need, like the railgun, for example, has a very long range, but you need to be aligned with your target quite well. So if you lose lock on a target because it exits your lock cone and you have another available, the system is going to switch there, so you can actually don't waste a shot. But mostly the firing system is fire and forget, because we wanted people to take, to think about the driving mostly, and also because there's so much going on the screen. Actually, I spoke with one of the guys outside of the development team that gave us a hand in playtesting, and said, like, I've been playing the game again, and one of my favorite weapon, I realized, is the automatic turret. So I can just drive my car around, and that's gonna take care of the shooting part. Like, things go boom boom around me, and I just I just pay attention not to end up in a wall or something.
I've been having fun finding my way into other vehicles. I've had sideswipe wrecks, nitro from behind wrecks, and I even got a T-bone wreck. Is there a head-on wreck in this game?
There is. There are some trucks that actually crisscross. I mean, I don't know how to say that in English, but basically you go in one way, you turn around, and then you do the same straight in the opposite direction, so you can collide with your opponents head on. You can shoot them. I got one of those earlier today.
That was fun. That was a really fun track that I got on that one. Grant, have you taken out any bosses in the game? Because I have not.
You're not?
I got really close to taking out the first junkyard boss, dude, the really big truck looking thing, and I couldn't do it. I keep failing.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I think I died the first time, and then I upgraded some stuff, and then I beat him. I found the kind of like get to a boss for the first time, get destroyed, upgrade, come back, new car, and then take him out and move on to be pretty consistent. I think I've gone through three bosses so far.
Nice.
But yeah, it's really, I mean, it's just, I think the comment about shooting and forgetting it or whatever, like set it and forget it with your weaponry. Actually, I didn't really know that was the case at first, because it's like I expect, I think machine gun, you think hold the button down. But it really is just it's like a sort of just a single fire, and then which you can then increase the length or the power of your machine gun with the perks. but yeah, and then I experimented with different weapons and found like I liked the machine gun at first, but I've switched to the laser since. I'm getting ready to try the turret, and yeah, it took a few. Yeah, I think 2 tries on the first boss, and then and I've beaten 3 bosses so far. The second boss is actually a collection. It's like 2 different ones at the same time. But yeah, it's really a matter of just like watching. They're dumping, the boss dumps stuff out of the back of the vehicle, and so it's a matter of like staying out of their line, but also keeping them in line for firing your weapon. And as long as you kind of it's about consistency, really. You know, it's sort of like it's more of like a marathon than a sprint. But yeah, I have plowed through a few bosses. And
I have the issue where he'll drop a bunch of barrels in a row, and I won't notice, so I'll just hit like 3 of them before I
recognize
that's what the hell's going on, and then I'll just start oversteering and fly into a wall.
Yeah, everything you just said is your problem. That's what you can't do. You don't drive into the barrels over and over again. That's the problem.
Don't drive into barrels. Got it.
Yeah, it's true. There's a little telegraph. There's a telegraph too. There's some sort of something happens that will indicate that it's getting ready to start dropping. I can't remember. It's either like a light.
It starts setting fire to the road behind it.
Yeah, it sort of puts the line up back behind it.
And then it starts dropping, I think it's like 3 to 5 barrels in between the 2 lines.
And you said you didn't get far, Aki.
I wasn't able to beat it. I know how it functions, but I can't kill it fast enough.
I think I'm to the point now where I'm at first it's just about survival and getting some unlocks, but then you end up you get to a point where you are like you get enough perks that involve the number of slots you have available and the choices you have, and the rerolls are important. So then you get offered like a couple perks. Just rerolling to find something you want is a lot more valuable. So I'm starting to get to the point where I can strategize a little better, which I like. And we're just the developer of the game is right here, and we're just like talking about it. So is everything we're saying correct?
Absolutely, 100% correct.
Giuseppe,
yes.
do we seem to understand the game? I don't know. Who knows?
You get it. I mean, I'm sorry for the guy that says, "Oh, I'm so bad at this game. I suck. I can't beat the boss." I mean, of course you can. I mean, after a couple of runs, like 3-4 runs, then you unlock more permanent upgrades, and those should help you. Don't be sad.
Get good scrub. Yeah,
don't get sad. Get glad.
It is. It's like I'm used to roguelikes, but I'm not used to it with the racing game stuff. I still feel like at first I still felt like I was playing just a regular arcade racer where it was just hard. And then it's like, oh, actually, if you just keep doing it, you keep back at it, you keep banging your head against it, you're going to get further and further. That's kind of how they're set up.
And you got I imagine that's a hard route that you take too, and the events that are on that line.
Yeah, the events, and then like how many upgrade stations are going to be, as you progress. What's that process look like for trying to balance that stuff, Giuseppe? I mean, I know like you have to, you don't want someone to have to play the game 4 times to beat, the next boss sometimes, but you also don't know what people are going to be picking, what they're going to be upgrading. Like how do you navigate that? I mean, is it math, or is it just a lot of playtesting? Like how do you figure out how to trickle out the upgrades in a way that keeps people interested?
Both things that you mentioned are involved. Like we did a whole lot of playtesting with players from all skill levels. It was important to take like players who played racing game before, players that never played racing games before, and gather like as much data as possible and see how long they took, how far they progressed in a certain amount of time, and then take it from there with some math and calculate how much of a reward we should give out for this race, for that race, to make sure. Like our goal was to make sure that even if you fail, like on your first race of your first campaign, then you can go back to the shop. You still have something available to unlock, so the next run feels different, or at least you want to check out what you just learned. And at the same time, if you're really good, you're not like you can go far in the game without having to rely on the meta progression system, so you don't have to unlock everything in the shop in order to finish the game, but you can rely on your skill. And finding a balance between these two things is a pretty interesting design challenge. Yeah.
I'll bet.
You mentioned there was some play testing phases. What is some of the most valuable feedback you've gotten during play testing for this game?
We got a lot of feedback on the clarity of the action on screen. Because at some point it was difficult to communicate all the effects that were in place, like you're accumulating boost, but your health is decreasing, and you're in 4th place, and you need to be in 3rd place before the race ends. Otherwise, you're going to be cut off, and you're going to lose the race. All these conditions, they had to be communicated clearly, so we worked on the HUD and on the UI quite extensively. Of course, as I mentioned, a lot of these consideration for balancing. This event is too hard, this event is too difficult. Like opponents do too much damage, opponents don't do any damage, and they feel useless. That's very valuable too. Feedback on the handling of the car. But that comes especially from basically us observing players play like vultures on their shoulder, like seeing how often they crash, like putting pressure on them, like seeing how often they crash, or how long does it take to get a hang of a vehicle for a first-time player is a pretty reliable test if you know what kind of player you have in front. And that's like, that was a personal pet peeve of mine, because I went into 3 play tests saying, oh, this time I nailed it. Like, it can't be more accessible than this. And then at the first corner, the guy just slides out and loses his rear. And I say, okay. Back to the drawing board.
Were there any play testers that you experienced who were just incredibly good at the game, that they were just breaking it in ways you didn't expect?
Yes, of course. But that's the thing with any kind of players. We actually expect players to break this game as soon as it comes out, like come up with loadout combinations that we never imagined, and finding meta strategies that we never thought about. And we've been working on this for 3 years, and still I expect that completely. Because, the skill ceiling out there is just it's insane.
Aki, did you break anything in this one yet?
Only my spirit and my pride.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Works for me. Bri, did you break anything? I know you're good at breaking games when you can.
Not that I'm aware of.
Man, this sounds like a decently put together game if you two can't break it yet.
I've not gotten stuck into any wall at this juncture on this day. I'm good so far.
I don't know how, but I've always been good at getting co-hosts who are good at just breaking games in any way possible. It's been like a running theme with this show for years.
Because it's fun to do, but
it is. What is?
I mean, that's pretty valuable. Sorry, it's pretty valuable in game development. So you need these kind of guys. So next time, can I come back to you when we are developing our next game, so you guys can break it for me?
Absolutely. Sure. Aki will break everything she can, game related or not.
I mean, I have to have fun somehow.
She breaks our spirit on a weekly basis.
I try.
So 34 Big Things has had an interesting history of games. I am curious to know, will we ever see the return of super inefficient golf?
You must be the first person who mentions that game in the press since it ever came out. But rightfully so, because I think that was a good game. I mean, that is a good game, because it's not like in the past. You can still go out there and play it. I don't think it's broken yet.
I see it on Steam and
we
Switch.
had a lot of fun.
Could we get it on PlayStation and Xbox?
I would have to talk with the guys in the studio to make sure that it's a commercially viable and sustainable operation. So no.
Hey, this weirdo I interviewed with wants the golf game back. What do you guys think?
Hey, I mean, I think I feel like I was responsible for getting Mousebot on Xbox. Whenever we had Vector Unit on the show. So, dreams can happen, Joe.
I know. We have made bad things happen on this show. I don't know how, but we have.
Hey,
Super Inefficient Golf looks ridiculous, though. I need to pick this up on Switch. What are some of your favorite projects that you've put out over the years?
Well, you mentioned Super Inefficient Golf. You should mention another game that we made that I think deserves more success. That is Call of Duty. I genuinely think it's one of the best shooters I've ever played. And not only because it has goats in it, but it's because it's a very competent shooter. Like, you can have a lot of fun. If you play the real tournament like I did, if you play Tribes like I did, it can get really competitive. And we had a lot of fun making it. Of course.
You had me at goat.
I know.
Yeah, it'd be at Tribes.
That's the whole premise of the game.
I never thought I would hear Tribes mentioned on an SML episode. That's funny. You are an old man. It's good to
God, I haven't heard that game mentioned in ages.
Great.
Call of Duty is in my library. Grant, do you own this? Because I don't think
I don't believe I do. I don't believe I do. I think I need to get in on this. I'm looking at it right now.
Jacob, you own it?
What?
You own Call of Duty on Steam.
It was free for a while, so it could be that you picked up and you forgot about it.
What it is.
That might be it. Yeah, because Jacob
it might
doesn't
have also
even use Steam.
I log in like twice a year just to like get free stuff or like redeem codes that people have given me.
Impressive.
Well, I don't have anything to like really. I'm not a PC gamer anymore. I do everything on console. So
yeah, same. I'm with you. Oh, well, I know we've been chatting for quite a while now. Is there anything that you wanted to bring up about the game that we didn't bring up? Or is there anything you want to talk about that nobody ever asks you about during interviews?
I'm thinking about, thanks for asking what my favorite shape of pasta is, and thanks for asking an Italian why all the shapes of pasta out there are absolutely necessary. They are not just,
Ditalini
so
is
can
my
talk about
favorite.
that if you want,
like the little tiny ones.
They all have function, is what you're saying. There's a reason for every single one to still be
absolutely yes
around. Yeah.
So what is your favorite pasta
cast
shape?
SML pasta, yes.
I think I'll go with penne or fusilli, both.
Yeah, both of those are my favorites. That works great.
Penne's
Successful
my
podsta cast.
favorite.
Love penne.
Which one, Aki,
Thanks
was
for
yours?
asking.
Penne.
Penne.
That and elbow macaroni are the only two that I eat. I don't eat any other type of noodle.
I am a farfalle fan. I'm a bow tie junkie.
Ugh.
So
Am I the only
I don't
Ditalini
like the
fan
shape.
here? Am I the only
I don't even know
Ditalini
what
fan?
that one is.
you watch your mouth, Joe.
You listen to me here. Ditalini are little tiny. It's like if you took an elbow and cut it into 4.
Oh,
They're just like really tiny hoops, like chunks of tubes, I guess. They're great with pasta. They are
my
so
favorites
good
are
with
either-
spaghetti sauce.
I like rotini or ratatouille, mostly because it's like built for a fork. So like, you can get them right there into the grooves. So
Those sounded like some pissed off cats.
Oh yeah, there were some pissed off cats. I don't know who, but Ashley's going to check on them.
That's one of the very few times I ever actually have heard them.
Actually, I changed some of the microphone settings on OBS because I noticed like when I would talk, the very trail end of things I would say would get cut. So I would be talking like this.
good.
So chunks of things would just go. Yeah.
Fair.
Well done.
So I messed with the
noticed.
Well
settings.
played.
Yeah, no one ever noticed. It's been 13 years. I'm the first one to notice. M317 asks about shells. Giuseppe, what are your thoughts on shells?
They're all right.
Pasta shells. Do you like big shells, small shells?
They're still like in the B tier, I would say.
What is the
Shells
worst
are
pasta?
amazing.
We're getting into this now. What is the worst pasta?
I'm afraid to say that I'm not, because they were mentioned, but I'm not a fan of farfalle. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just like how thick they are in the middle. You know?
Don't we all,
That's
Grant?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. THICC pasta.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Well, I'm uninstalling Carmageddon Rogue Shift now. That's fine. No, I am having a good time with the game, and I'm stoked. I'm in the zone. I'm getting my ass kicked and kicking ass at the same time. That's the balance we're looking for, right? So thank you for bringing back. Even though you have you don't like bowtie pasta, and I'll never play this game without thinking that from here forward. Thank you for resurrecting Carmageddon from one old man to another.
You need to like make like a hidden Easter egg where you can change all the zombies into bow tie pastas and just run them all over.
Yeah, there you go.
Or they're wearing bow tie pasta as bow ties.
Ooh.
All the zombies are dressed up.
Very fancy zombies.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I don't want to take up all of your day. I know you have a busy schedule over there, so I'm going to go down our crew. Ask one final question. Aki, do you have a final question you want to ask?
Yes, actually, and it's going to be really stupid, but where's your health bar in this? Because every time I've been destroyed, I have no idea where my health bar is.
Well, are you seriously asking me? Like,
yeah, I legitimately do not know where it is. Yeah.
You remember when I said that in a couple of runs you could get to the boss? Well, I forget that.
I mean, to be fair, on my third run, I did get to the boss. I just have never figured out where my health bar is. So I'm constantly aiming into the repair things. Because I'm like, I don't know if I've taken damage. I don't know where my health is. So I'm just going to constantly hit everything and hope that I don't need the repairs too often.
Well, that's a good strategy anyway, because, like, free repairs. In all seriousness, I mean, I'm pretty happy because, like, that shows how intense the action is, because you don't even have time to look around the screen. But one thing we did was try to represent the damage you actually have on the car. So if you see your car in flames and without body parts, then you're definitely damaged.
Yeah, that's the best way I've been able to tell, because I'm like, I know there has to be a hit point bar somewhere, and I'm not seeing it. So I'm like, okay, my car looks fucked up, so maybe I should hit a repair thing.
There's a bar in the bottom right.
Yeah, there is a bar. I remember having a hard time figuring out what the deal was with the ammo. Like, I was looking for ammo, but then when I realized it's all about one shots, it's not about, like, you can't just hold the button down, shoot, and then take your finger off. It's about individual firing of the weapon. I can't talk. Firing of the weapon, one button at a time. One button fires your weapon. The one press, and so it's about the number of presses. That confused me, but yes, there is a health bar there. Aki, you'll find it.
Aki, go look in general. There's a picture.
Okay.
And then look in the bottom right. There's a little wrench icon with a gauge.
The speedometer?
Next to it, the white one.
Oh,
with the wrench.
Oh, I see the wrench now. Okay.
Just going to be like, how the
I'm
go.
blind.
Like, well,
okay, leave me alone.
Giuseppe's like, these fucking people.
Freaking Americans.
I'm blind. I have a reason. Okay, I'm blind. Yeah.
Yeah, she is legally blind. We'll give her that one. Bri, what kind of final question do you have?
He's not even supposed to be driving.
Yeah. So I didn't play the original Carmageddon games, but like they're kind of legendary as being brutal and getting censored and all that. Do you feel like since they came out, we've become desensitized to that kind of violence, or as a culture, we just don't find it so distasteful anymore?
Oh, wow. I mean, we were talking about pasta 5 seconds earlier, so I have like to reset my brain into like more serious mode, because
yeah,
I think a topic.
I finally fully woke up.
Topical whiplash right here.
No, I absolutely agree with the fact that we become desensitized. I mean, what's out there at the moment, like in any show, in any TV series, and whatever, I think is way more brutal than whatever Carmageddon was when it came out. We're used to it. And it was also one of the reasons why we decided to go for zombies instead of pedestrians, because the shock factor of it is completely gone.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's Carmageddon got lumped in with a lot of other games with the violence stuff. But the thing about Carmageddon is it was all about comedy. There were all the sound samples and all the. I do recommend going and playing the original Carmageddon. It's quite an interesting feat. They pull off something pretty impressive as far as the scale of the world and everything. But it was the whole thing was kind of a goof. It wasn't really like it wasn't intended to be, mean. It was just really like what's the word? Bad taste. Tongue through cheek. Bad taste is kind of the thinking. It was just really kind of dumb. But on the end, if there's blood, it lumped in with everything else.
True.
And now it's like, because those games were so cartoony looking, I think it's easy to give it a bit of a pass. Now things are just so much more realistic, and in addition to people being more sensitive to that stuff, so it's harder to pull off. But definitely and you didn't ask me that question, but I'm answering it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Thanks. That I'm getting paid. But
Giuseppe, do you have any questions for Grant? Jacob, final question on your end.
I mean, with the resurgence of as we've talked about, or Grant had just mentioned, or I think Bri did too, with similar titles. I mean, Twisted Metal, was supposed to get a movie, and then it I think it canceled a game for it. It's now got a TV show that's I think it's now confirmed for a third season. Was any of that responsible for you folks bringing back Carmageddon and being yeah, now's the time that we think we can convince them to get the IP going again?
I wouldn't say it was actually not our own initiative. So it's more like someone came up to us and say hey, we'd like this IP to come back into the spotlight. So can you help us out with it? So the operation didn't start from us. So we weren't, the ones intercepting these cultural trends and finding the right spot for the Carmageddon IP to start, to become relevant again. But I'm sure they did take that into account yet.
Gotcha.
Grant, what you got? One more.
Well, you probably don't have a lot of time to play games. You're probably sleeping on your desk because you're 2 days from launch. But what are you playing? Anything right now? Any car games you're into, or anything you're enjoying playing right now in your lack of free time?
Yes. I'm very grateful for the fact that part never left me. I mean, because some people making games, they absolutely, stop playing because they have no time.
Right.
I still play, especially indie games and games that I can really pick up and play. I like the freedom to pop up my laptop and, just play. No loading times, I don't have a video card that is powerful enough. So that kind of games I love. I'm still playing Slay the Spire every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely, speaking about roguelites, I absolutely adored Into the Breach and Faster Than Light before that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Driving game, I just recently bought both Super Woden GP Rally and Art of Rally because I love those franchises, and every once in a while I just pick up my controller and
Are you excited for Forza Horizon 6 this year? Has that been a franchise that you follow?
It is a franchise that I follow from safe distance because, as I said, big games, little time.
Yeah.
So I play Forza at the studio. These kind of games, more demanding games or longer games or games that require a bit of concentration, I usually play in the studio during lunch break.
Gotcha.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. Last question I have is kind of a little two-parter. The first one is, have you, as a studio, looked into making this a Play Anywhere title that is available on the Xbox PC store? And the other half is, someone on Reddit wanted me to ask, are there any plans for a physical edition?
We did consider the Play Anywhere, but I have to get back on that because I don't even know what I'm allowed to say because I'm really terrible with all kinds of signed NDAs and whatnot. So if you're listening, please just forget about everything I'm saying.
Who are you? Why am I here?
We're talking pasta.
Well, yeah.
I love pasta.
You remember? Yeah, okay. And yeah, we're gonna have a small limit, like physical edition with again, I don't know if I can say it, so I'm not gonna say it, but yes, you're not gonna find it on the shelves. Yeah, we're not gonna find it on the shelves.
Makes sense.
Gotcha. Well, I think that
I guess you could say it's a limited run.
Or you could say it's strictly limited, or it's super rare. Dude, there's a lot of companies we could make mention to.
You know what? I had to ruin my joke.
Yeah, I did, Jacob. I did.
Dick.
I believe that is it on our end. Giuseppe, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on and join us. Launch is 2 days away. Where can people keep up to date with you, the studio, what you're doing, all that fun stuff?
We have of course, the Carmageddon Rogue Shift Steam page, and then you can find us on our Carmageddon Discord and our social channels. We're active on Facebook and Instagram. If you search Play Carmageddon, you'll find it.
Cool.
Very good. All right. With that, we are going to take a quick break. We are going to be back with more show in just a little bit. Giuseppe, I want to thank you again for coming on, hanging out with us. Grant, thanks for making the time to come on this morning as well.
No problem.
The rest of you, I'll see you after the musical break, which is clearly just going to be in like a minute, but editing and all that fun stuff. Giuseppe, do you have any final words to wrap this up?
I think, should be the moment to say Carmageddon Rogue Shift. Go play it on Friday or on Saturday, depending on where you are. And let us know what you think.
What platforms and what's the cost?
That's gonna be in euros is $39.99. I think the same is dollars. That's gonna be on Steam. Epic is gonna come to GOG a few days later. It's gonna be on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch too. Thank you for having me. Take care.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Another huge thanks to Giuseppe at 34 Big Things for coming on and chatting about Carmageddon with us. That was a fun chat, wasn't it?
Big things.
Yeah.
Hey, most of you were there. We have a substitute. Grant left, and Ryan Niemiller joined us. Ryan, how are you? You are now playing the part of Grant Henry today. How are you?
Oh, he's like twice as handsome now.
Oh, man, which is difficult based on how handsome I was to begin.
Stop it, Ryan. I can't focus on the show and have an erection at the same time.
You know, it's like my good looks, it's similar to how like when new video game consoles come out, it's like how much better can the visuals get? That's sort of where I'm at with. Just
I look
being
at you and
handsome.
wondered if this is pre-rendered footage.
Exactly. This is just the alpha version. If you want to experience me at my top settings, make sure you turn on ray tracing.
Now that you're playing Grant, and I guess Grant played you earlier, I really want to see Grant do a stand-up set to open for you playing guitar.
Okay, we can make that happen.
I want that to happen. That would be great.
Neither of us is going to
Grant,
be
bring
any
a
good.
guitar the next stand-up show you go to. What?
Yeah,
Trust
no one's going to
me.
be happy either way.
So how was everybody's week?
Good, I guess.
I don't know. It just kind of went by in a blur.
Y'all
I
are
barely
super
remember
tired.
mine.
Like,
Did you
Yeah.
hear the news that went on today? There was a Nintendo partner direct.
Oh,
No, I
did not see
completely
that.
missed that. I knew there was a something, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a PlayStation thing.
No,
Yeah.
Nintendo
It was-
partner direct, and I guess none of us watched it.
I watched
No,
it.
You
Oh,
watched
I was
it.
having lunch with the in-laws, and like Indri installed a bidet.
Oh,
well,
I-
fucking
that-
la-dee-da. Look at
That
would have
my
been
more
fancy pants
enjoyable.
over here.
all right,
That was
Jacob,
more enjoyable
fire
than
away with
watching
your
it.
questions. I know you have hundreds with bidets.
Wait, you acting like I've never used one. It's glorious. I
No,
wish
I'm
I had
acting
one.
like you wished you had one, and you have hundreds of questions about it.
How much did it cost?
It was like $30 for an install of this little piece and you just have to like
Okay.
unscrew a
So,
hose.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the attachment version. Okay.
Yes,
Ah.
yes.
Yeah,
Does
it's
it work?
not a
It's
standalone
not
because
as
those are
good.
too expensive.
No, yeah, no, we don't
I
have
actually,
room
know,
for that.
I actually know people that have an actual
Yeah.
day, like
Yeah.
Japanese toilet that like plays music as like it flushes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want one of those bad. You
Heated
have no
seats.
idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an old radio and a garden hose. I don't need that
Yes.
thing. All right. You guys are losing all your money when you could just use a little trailer park ingenuity.
Ryan says they're blasting his ass to Creed.
Exactly.
Can you take me?
Cheeks wide open. No. I've had experience with one bidet in my lifetime, and it was while I was ungodly drunk, and I threw up in the toilet, and everyone else in the room, because there was also a hot tub in the room that I had just crawled out
Really
of with
hoping you
like
could
4 other people. No, I threw up in the toilet, and then they're like, rinse your mouth with the bidet, and I'm like, I don't know how to work it.
And it
So,
haunted
yeah.
Joe this
It was
life.
a disappointing end to this story, but party
Did you
like a
find
rock
$5?
star will live forever at MagFest. Hey, what happens at MagFest usually stays at MagFest, but gets brought up on podcasts every now and then.
Exactly.
So yeah, this Nintendo Partner Direct went down today. I have a list of all the games that were shown off. I don't really know how in-depth they went on anything. It was only apparently a half-hour show, and they showed off a lot of titles.
Yeah,
So,
since I actually watched it because I am a professional nerd,
You are.
unlike these posers here.
I have over 200 gunpla sitting in my house. Fuck off. I am the biggest nerd here.
I've got over 300 Star Wars figures.
Okay,
It's a
maybe not.
professional
Maybe
Ewok.
he... God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know which one of you is...
Weight-wise, I'm the biggest nerd here. So,
Hey, I give you a run for
Fuck
your
off.
money. I ain't tiny. I'm Midwest corn fed, my friend.
And Jacob
Ashley,
girls will
is
make do
Cornholio
with him.
fed.
today was the first time Ashley said, wow, you're losing weight.
Nice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought she said, there's your penis.
No, we're married. She doesn't play with that.
She made you get rid of that in a purge of your stuff
Yeah.
when you moved in together. I understand
Traded
that.
at GameStop a while ago. like $14 credit for it. They started off with the direct with Orbitals, which is what, that Switch exclusive party game going on.
It's of the vein of like It Takes Two. It's kind of that style of game. It looked really cool. I don't know. I don't have what you would call friends that would play stuff like that with me, but it looked pretty interesting.
I'll play it with you.
How many times did they say the word fuck?
Why would they say fuck in a Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, in the first 30 seconds, they were like...
I don't know, Reggie might have.
Because it's like It Takes Two, and that's all I remember.
I like when I said it's like It Takes Two, your brain immediately was like, they probably say fuck a lot.
Yeah.
That because when people think It Takes Two, it's the amount of fuck that they say, not gameplay. Or
The minimum amount of dildos in an evening.
Wasn't It Takes Two rated teen?
What, the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie?
Jesus Christ.
No, we know that one was rated R. They say fuck in that one all the time.
Yeah, a lot. Potty mouths on those girls.
Oh, kid, little brats. Paranormacite, the Mermaid's Curse was shown off.
I think that looked interesting. But it's a very particular type of person that loves that type of game. It's like a detective sort of solve a murder case type game with all the anime, Japanese anime fixings of that style of game.
Yeah, the type of person who likes that is most people.
I really like the term anime fixins, like as if it's like Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I need to sound smart and then also stay true to my Indiana roots. What we talk about. It's not accessories or features. It's fixins. That's what they come with.
Stuffing. Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters was announced, which is is it the Namco produced soccer RPG?
Yeah. I know nothing about that franchise whatsoever.
Isn't it like
I saw is it's hitting everything this time.
Like, I mean, it's a soccer, like it's an anime series that's been like running for forever, right?
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, have they ever brought it over other than video games? Like, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, just not the Xbox.
No. I meant like the actual anime itself.
Oh, I don't know.
I am.
Who watches anime? That's dumb.
I'm looking this bitch up right now for you.
Well, thank you.
I'm excited about the fact that it is hitting everything, because there's a couple of games today that I'm annoyed at.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay. It was a manga only. It appears. It doesn't appear like it was an anime. Interesting. Oh nope, there was an anime. Okay.
So anyway, Joe,
that hits Switch and other platforms later this year. Next game they showed off was Tokyo Scramble. This is like a Switch 2 exclusive dinosaur thing in Japan.
That one actually looked pretty fun. Yeah. So the general concept that I got out of it is you kind of like you're like under the city where there's all these dinosaurs and stuff, and it's strictly stealth. I guess there's like no real combat. At least they made it seem like you can't actually combat your way through it. And it looks like it was basically a puzzle game where you're trying to like survive, and you have to use various like environmental traps and things like that. I thought it looked pretty cool.
This is out next week. How did I not know this was coming? Who's publishing this? Binary Haze. I wonder if I could find some Switch 2 users who want to cover that.
Are you buying me a Switch 2?
No.
Oh.
I don't like you that much. I could change that to I don't like you, but I'm not going to be mean today.
That was very kind of you.
Yeah, fuck off. Next game, Valheim was shown off.
Huh.
Optimized for the Switch 2 with Joy-Con 2 mouse functionality and HD rumble.
That's been out for like a while on other platforms, right?
I believe so, yeah.
For like 4 years.
Yeah.
Going on 5.
But it definitely looked it. It looked like it's been around for 4 or 5 years. No idea about how fun the game is. I've not played it, but visually, it did not look like it needs a Switch 2 version.
Well, it said it's very positive on Steam. So it's apparently decent, at least.
Allegedly. Hollow Knight Nintendo Switch 2 edition was shown off.
Nice.
That is now a thing. Launches on Switch 2 today with a free upgrade pack.
Yeah, I think the upgrade pack also got released for Xbox and PlayStation as well today. I believe that's what I saw.
Perhaps.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say yes then. I'm very smart.
Everyone's making me redeem stuff while I do this.
I mean,
but now I got to drink.
Do it,
After that, they showed off eFootball Kickoff, which another soccer game. Any info on this one?
I want to say isn't that like the old Konami like that? I think it's like a rebranding of their like what the hell is it called? It's like football. Yeah, I think it's that.
That makes sense. Then they showed off a new bit for the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, which is the action RPG 2D HD from the Octopath devs. I am incredibly excited for this one when it hits.
Me as well, and official release date as well. I think it's June 18th.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. Very awesome. More shit I need to buy. Super Bomberman collection was announced, which includes 7 old school Bomberman games, including 1 through 5 from the Super Nintendo, marking the first time 4 and 5 have hit any kind of English translation.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's on everything.
I love me some Bomberman. I've been grinding Super Bomberman R, like those stupid million bombs and million brick destroyed achievements. I love me some Bomberman, and Super Bomberman 1 and 2. Man, me and my brother played that for so many hours growing up. This one's very cool for me. I don't know what the market is for other people that are just going to casually get this, but this was one of my favorite announcements of the entire thing.
Something to point out: this is not online.
Woohoo!
This is offline, old school only, so bring friends. The Super Nintendo games may have had campaigns with them. I'm honestly not too sure, but it does not have online play.
Our campaigns, yes.
Yeah. But it hits the Switch and Switch 2 today. And it hits PlayStation and it hits Xbox. That's only $20.
And I think they said they're doing a physical in August of this year. If you're one of those people like me, which means it probably will not get an Xbox if it did physical, but at least a Switch and PlayStation one.
Let's see. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a release date for the Switch 2. And that is June 3rd. We'll hit Xbox the same day, obviously. And there's talk that Part 3 will be a multi-platform launch next year.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
That would be very awesome.
Mm-hmm.
New trailer for Pragmata was shown.
Oh no, I missed that. No.
Oh,
fuck off. I'm interested in that game.
I know you are. That's why I'm making fun of you.
I need to hung.
Out April 24th, and it looks like a demo hit the Nintendo eShop today. I do not know if the demo hit other platforms or not, but I'm sure
demo is on Steam at least.
You're already on the store looking for demos. There's going to be a Diana amiibo.
Yeah, I saw
those
that.
things still come out.
I love the amiibo, but nothing makes me sadder than when I see new amiibo. I just want my collection to be done. I have a problem.
I got out of the game, and I think I got out at the right time because they started releasing them for $40 each.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, because no one wants to buy them at 40, I've been able to get everything so far on clearance for under 10.
Very nice.
So you just got to be patient, because and it looks like some of the stores are learning this too, because they have like Mario Galaxy ones coming out, for instance. All of the pre-orders, the stores themselves are doing at least a $5 discount independent of Nintendo.
That's funny.
So I think even the stores are like, dude, no one's buying these. Can we do something?
Beautiful. Turok Origins has gotten a Switch 2 announcement, so when it launches later this year, it will be hitting Switch 2 as well. New game announced, Kyoto Xanadu. I believe it is the new Nihon Falcom title, I believe. It will be hitting everything but Xbox, obviously. Looked good, but, Digimon Story Time Stranger will be getting a Switch 2 version in July.
Oh, very nice.
Are those games any good? I've never really heard, like, no one in my circle has played them.
They're fine. They're not
actually
amazing, but they're fine.
Working to save up points on a channel to get it for free.
Okay.
Couple more weeks, I might be there.
All right.
After that, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok, a new Grand Blue game coming obviously to everything but Xbox. Yippee.
Yes.
Looks good though. Grand Blue games always look entertaining.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflections got a new video that will be landing on the Switch 2 as well, March 13th.
Ooh.
And the demo is out now on the eShop. Arcade Archives 2 Rave Racer will be hitting platforms later this month. So Hamster gave a preview of that title coming out. And
yeah, they
then,
announced a bunch of those, kind of.
Is that one hitting Xbox as well?
that's an ACA 2 title, so it should.
Okay.
Now the next part, what I'm upset about. Hamster announced a new line of archives games, console archives, including Dormon, Cool Borders, and Ninja Gaiden 2: The Dark Side of Chaos. Coming to Switch 2 and PS5.
We don't get Doraemon? That's some bullshit.
Remember when they finally brought the ACA 2 titles to Xbox, and then Xbox celebrated their 500th release on the Xbox blog, letting Hamster have a big, hey, look what we've done. We've released 500 titles. I know we only gave you like 20 so far, but we released 500 that you can't play. And now there's another line skipping Xbox.
That sucks.
I'm pissed.
Give them hell.
I've heard a lot of people on Xbox say that they're done buying Arcade Archives games because of this. They're like, why should we bother supporting Hamster if they're not going to support us with all their releases?
Or even a 10th of the releases, even, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I can understand why all the original ACA games weren't there, because that program didn't launch on Xbox. But the ACA Neo Geo program did. Okay. And now with the Series X, the ACA 2 series launched. Why is the console series skipping? Why? And I'm going to mention this again at the end of the Hamster review later, because I would like them to hear this and hopefully give us some answers.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, I know a lot of people who have been asking me, you have an ear to Hamster, can you find out why? And all I could do is ask. So I would love to know myself what is going on with this, because I want fucking Cool Borders. That's some bullshit. Scott Pilgrim EX is going to be hitting Switch and Switch 2 March 3rd. Cannot wait for that game. Another Eden Begins Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I have no idea what this is.
Or do I?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, no.
I'm scrolling through the email. I cannot find it in the email. That's how important this one is. I don't even see it in the email. It's actually kind of sad. Anyway, Reanimal is going to be hitting Switch 2 on February 13th. Got a new trailer. WWE 2K26 going to be hitting Switch 2. Star Trek Voyager across.
That's cool that it, like, I haven't played any of the WWE games in a while, but it's cool that some of this stuff is finally starting to come to Switch day and date.
Dude, I want to get into the game so bad. I hate that they turn off the online services after 18 months.
Yeah.
They're like, you get 200 character slots this year. Who cares? In 18 months, they're all gone.
That kind of sucks.
Like, I fucking hate that. 2K, support your games longer.
Or make it peer-to-peer. Like, shit.
Yeah,
just make it
nice.
Peer-to-peer.
Or just, I don't know. Like, the island thing is going to go down. But none of your shit carries over to the next game. Ugh. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown is getting a Switch 2 version that is out February 18th. As a 10% discount if you pre-order.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope I get a review code for it.
Wasn't that the VR game?
What's up?
What wasn't that one the VR game?
No, it's the one where you're redoing, or you have you're playing as Janeway, and essentially you can redo all of her decisions, including like Tuvix, in the show, and like you can try to navigate the Delta Quadrant as you see fit. Like, are you going to go in there guns blazing all the time? Are you going to be stealthy and nimble? Are you going to try lots of diplomacy? Are you even going to try to get home? Like, you got a lot of decisions to make. I think it's going to be really cool.
Well, from one Jacob game to another, Disney Dreamlight Valley is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition March 25th. We'll have enhanced graphics, improved performance, increased object limit, and more. I don't care if that was in your lineup. This is in the Nintendo Direct, and I read everything. PGA Tour 2K25 is also going to be hitting the Switch 2. That is scheduled to launch. Where is that one? February 6th. Oh, shit. That's out like tomorrow. Hey, nifty. Coldcept Begins. We have a new Coldcept game coming out. I am
since 360 going to Xbox.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's hitting everything. So very cool there. If you have never played a Coldcept game, there was a 360 version.
I've never even heard of this.
It's like a card battler
Coldcept
RPG
Saga.
Thing, right?
It's like a board game, card game, friendship destroyer. Coldcept Saga hit 360. I believe it's kind of a pricey game nowadays. But yeah, new Coldcept game coming out, going to be hitting everything. Very, very, very excited for that one. Goat Sim 3. It's switched to April 1st. Pre-orders open today.
Oh, that's a nice date for them, considering April 1st was when they launched the first Goat Sim, and everyone thought it was, or they launched it, they announced it on April 1st, and everyone thought it was a joke, and they're like, no, we're dead serious. We made this game.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great release day.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun getting a Switch 2 version March 18th. 10% discount if you pre-order it now.
Fuck yeah. That game was made to be on a Switch. People are going to love that.
If you buy a Switch 2, you could cover it.
Yeah. I'll just
Tales of
Steam.
Yeah, that you can't play Gunplay. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Edition will be hitting the Switch 2 May 22nd.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
Yep. And then they showed off Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 7, and Resident Evil Village Switch 2 versions. All going to be launching together. They announced a brand new Leon amiibo. You going to get that one,
Yeah. I'm going to get them all.
The sound of defeat in your voice.
Killing me.
I'm almost tempted to get the Leon one, just because I like Leon. And then if I ever like fall down in my room and the amiibo's there, I could be like, Leon, help! Leon!
And he'll come punch a rock.
Nope, that's Chris.
Oh, sorry. They all punch rocks to me.
They do. Then they wrapped it up with a 3-pack of Bethesda games coming to the Switch 2. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, all shown off with footage, all that fun stuff. Indiana Jones will be hitting the Switch 2 May 12th, digital and physical, and they confirmed full game on cartridge.
Very nice.
Nice.
Fallout 4 digital February 24th, physical April 28th, and then Oblivion 26 sometime this year.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct. What'd y'all think of it?
Not bad.
Pretty good,
Not
actually.
bad at all.
My nipples are hard.
Oh.
I
But then
figured-
what did you think about the direct, though?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're correlated.
Okay. I mean, you
Correlation,
just
not causation. It's
yeah,
fine.
you just you
Did
strike
he
me
say
as
he's
someone whose
collating
nipples are
his
always hard.
nipples?
I assume you had an old jumper cable accident and they're always hard. That's that might be an unfair assumption on my part, so I apologize. If
I mean, it does sound plausible.
I mean, the battery's hooked up now, actually.
Zap, zap.
Zap, zap. Game Pass. Got a bunch of new games coming to Game Pass. Let's see, this week. Pretty good week. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
I'm excited for this.
Final
Sorry, I
Fantasy
said that.
2.
Yeah.
Not as excited.
Madden
Aw.
26.
Already have it.
Paw Patrol Rescue Wheels Championship.
Heck yeah.
Already have it, but I'm super excited anyway.
Yep.
That's a good week. That's a good week of titles.
Yeah.
Next week, even crazier. February 10th, we get Relooted.
I don't know that one.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I believe there's a new one coming along. February 12th.
Oh! Okay.
What?
Now I know what that is.
What is it? Tell us.
That's the one where you're playing as people, I think, from different parts of Africa, and you're basically going in and stealing old relics and artifacts from your cultures back from museums and private collectors and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
hell yeah.
have
That
to-
sounds awesome.
Yeah, and basically you run through it and set things up, and then you actually have to run through it and collect everything. And once you grab it, like automated turrets are going off and trying to shoot you and stuff. So you have to figure out how to get through the building as doors close, shut on you and stuff like that. It looked really cool.
Well, Game Pass on the 10th.
I will probably play that. That looks pretty fucking awesome, actually.
Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X going to be hitting Game Pass on the 12th. That is a roguelike action game set in the Blaze Blue universe, so that's pretty neat. Same day, Roadside Research hits game preview on Game Pass on PC and Series. Oh my god, aliens have landed on Earth to run a gas station. Play solo or up to 4 players doing human tasks to blend in. This could be fun.
I saw part
Bri
of
and
the
I
trailer
have
for
both
that.
talked about this before.
Yeah.
This looks pretty funny.
Very good. And then that's not it. One more game for the 12th. Star Sand Island.
Nice. Very nice.
But that's not the end of the week, is it? 2 more games, February 13th with Kingdom Come Deliverance. First one. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And day 1 launch of High on Life 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then let's throw in one more the next week, February 17th, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's if you have Ubisoft, though, right?
That is with Game Pass Ultimate.
Or sorry,
and
like,
PC
yeah, Game Pass Ultimate, I meant.
Do I only talk about Game Pass Ultimate on here? I do not acknowledge the other tiers.
Oh, okay, fair.
It makes it that much more annoying to... There's a spider on my wall. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Eat
It
it.
Not on
fell
your
behind
wall,
my
dumbass.
computer, son of a bitch.
Eat the spider.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Ugh.
Can't all be good news, though. We do have to lose games when games join Game Pass, and it is a massive, massive list of games we are losing this time.
All right.
Are you ready?
Hurt my feelings. Yep.
Madden 24.
Oh, my
Don't care.
God.
I mean,
Nintendo Switch Online is getting 2 games for the Game Boy.
Holy
Wait,
shit! How
wait,
will
what?
How will Xbox Game Pass recover?
Is that really it? That's all we're
That's the
losing.
losing.
Only
entire
one.
list. Yeah.
That's the whole
Just
catalog.
Just Madden.
Holy
That's the only one.
shit.
It's a good month for the first half of February. Good month.
That's fucking awesome. Usually
Oh,
when
yeah.
we get a bunch of games, we lose that many or more.
Yup.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
Rip.
Set it down.
Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy got 2 new games added with Yoshi and Balloon Kid. The sad note is that the Japanese release got an advanced version of Balloon Kid with like campaign and customization and color, and is apparently released through some Nintendo program where you could download games onto cartridges in stores back then. I don't know, but they got a good version of the game. So.
Interesting.
And then final bit of news I have is that Xbox announced that Forza Horizon 6 will support cross-save between Xbox, Steam, and PS5.
Wow.
Oh, okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting it to go from Xbox to PlayStation. That's a big step forward.
People are
that's cool.
wondering how DLC will be handled. Like, if you own the car pass and the expansion pass on Xbox, do you need them on PlayStation? I would assume yes.
So would I.
Ew.
Because it's not cross-buy. It is cross-save.
And chances are, if you get something for one of those consoles, that save will likely no longer work on the other ones because you have shit that you don't have in those.
Rando,
So
nice
kind of
for
a
when
shame,
Xbox drops out of the console business.
I mean, eee.
Your saves carry over to other consoles now because we don't have one anymore. That would suck. But yeah, that's the news I have. Aki, what do you have?
Okay, so the devs of Ashes of Creation, a new what was a new MMO that lasted all of 2 months before it was closed. Steam has froze all payments to them and instead is holding on to that money and so that people can get refunds and stuff, so they can't just run off with the money. So that was interesting. Microsoft has.
Wait, there's a whole lot more to that Ashes of Creation story, isn't there?
Probably, but I don't know it all because I just really don't give a shit because it's an MMO. No offense to the devs.
I know
I just
Ian
don't
was
care.
talking about it somewhere. Let me check my messages with Ian quick because he went.
I'm pretty sure the owners of it fired a whole bunch of the dev team immediately after it came out.
All right, here's what he says to me. TLDR, the execs wanted to do some heinous shit, so the lead developer quit in protest, along with a lot of other higher-end members of the studio. But the exec said, fuck you, you can't quit because we're firing all of you. On top of that, the entire game has been canceled. Considering how some of the pre-order packages were worth about $250-ish, people are pissed.
Yeah, there's a few people who spent significantly more than that. I think there was something like some people had spent like $5,000 or $10,000, some shit like that.
Probably through Kickstarter.
Yeah, and they're rightfully fucking furious about that. There wasn't very many of them, but still, that had to hurt.
Yeah.
So
but that's Ian's TLDR of it. Overwhelmingly negative on Steam. Very good.
Yeah, it did not come out very well. It was
very good.
an unoptimized mess. Microsoft in the past little over a week has lost over $500 billion in market capital.
They should ask ChatGPT how to fix that.
They're probably asking
Copilot's giving them the wrong answers.
And my guess is a good chunk of that is probably because they're fucking up people's computers by having Copilot write the fucking code for their goddamn security updates and shit.
Speaking of fucking up computers, did y'all hear about my expeditions this week?
No.
After the show on Wednesday morning, after the show Wednesday morning, after the interview, I got an update that just completely fucked my system. Like, I would close Audacity and I had to sit and watch every single individual icon and tool close itself one by one. My computer was just dragging ass. There were a bunch of people on Reddit who had the same issue. It was because of a beta ring insider release, not the top 2 tiers of release, the fucking 3rd tier beta tier, which is what I've been in for a decade with 0 issues. I have now left the Windows Insider program because I will never deal with that shit again.
Yeah.
Takes one time. I've tested and supported shit, but no, I have way too much important shit I got to do on a daily basis for a beta update, which is like a step away from public release, to kill my computer.
Our acolytes say, did your buddy send you the demo for Carmageddon?
Ryan missed that story.
I think I did, yeah.
In the first half of the show, we did a Carmageddon interview, and our friend Grant, back in 1997, asked his dad to email him the file for Carmageddon. 16 meg email.
Okay.
97.
I'm sure that took months.
That
it
took
crashed.
down an entire university computer system.
Oh, Jesus.
It overflowed into other people's emails and stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that happens, but...
Yeah, Grant said that they had to find some way to extract it from whatever email boxes it was thrown in, put it back together, and then separate it into 14 separate floppies so he could install it on his computer.
Fucking insanity.
I mean, the fact that, like, even after potentially committing maybe a low felony, I don't know what it would have been for shutting that down, that he still powered through to get the game installed.
Hey, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Man, that was a
my
good interview.
Yeah, it was. My last bit of news is Overwatch 2 is being renamed Overwatch because no one likes Overwatch 2 because it's, they really want people to spend all their money there and it's pissing people off.
And apparently they're retooling things to go more story focused again or something.
Didn't they release 5 new heroes too?
Die.
They're rebranding using the original name.
Yeah, and that's, totally going to help them. Sure, yeah. So yeah, that's all my news.
All right. Bri, what do you got?
I have no news, but I do need someone to talk me out of buying a Funko Pop.
Which one?
Uh-oh. Of what?
It's the Twin Peaks Log Lady.
Okay, here, I can talk you out of it. Funko Pops are fucking hideous. There you go. Don't buy it.
But it's Twin Peaks and it's the Log Lady, which is the only other Funko Pop in the world that I'd actually ever care to own.
I have a handful of Funkos.
What the Log Lady is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get them if it's like one of my favorite characters. Like
Yeah,
people who buy
exactly.
like every single one, like that's
No.
wild. Like the people who have like walls of Funkos, that's
Yeah.
no.
I
They could
don't.
be
I'm not a
using
big.
that money to buy amiibos.
Yeah. See, I'm not a big collectible person to begin with, but like I've had this on my wish list forever, and I found one on eBay that's actually a reasonable price. It's just got a
then get
slightly
it.
damaged. It's got a slightly damaged box.
Whatever. Is it on
Yeah.
the
I'm trying
front
to
or the
figure out how
back?
much I care. It's mostly on the back.
I mean,
Whatever.
here's the thing. Like, all right, the box is kind of damaged, but the thing is, like, are you planning on reselling it
No.
or getting it graded? Like,
No.
it's good.
Then
Yeah.
Are you planning on leaving that bitch in the box, or are you going to take it out and put it somewhere?
I'd probably leave it in the box just so like random people can read for themselves what the fuck it is. Like,
I think they just assume it was a crazy log lady because she
Actually,
looks like
I think
a crazy
Funkos look better
cat lady.
boxed, but I like Amiibo out.
ah.
I don't
Fair.
like the
Yeah.
Amiibo packaging is just too hard to really stack and look good.
Mm.
That's why
Mm.
mine is buried in a closet and all in their boxes,
Yay.
in the other boxes until I figure out how
see,
I can
what-
display them somewhere.
What Funkos do I have? I have a bunch of wrestling ones. I have Asuka, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, the clear John Cena. I had to get that one.
Oh, you can't see them.
I have the WWE release
Thank you,
of
Ryan.
Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, that's a very specific one.
Yeah, from his match with Sami Zayn. I have a Psyduck, because you need Psyduck.
Mm.
I have Shantae. I have two Conans. Let's see, Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Nice.
Hercules from Disney's Hercules. That's a kid.
My son wanted to say hello.
Hi.
He just got done with his bath and he was like, "Are we talking Funko Pops?" And he burst into the door.
Oh.
What's his favorite Funko?
I don't. He actually he did buy one. He has a Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington wearing a Santa hat.
Nice.
I approve.
He
My
immediately opened the
kids have
box
a-
on that shit.
Oh yeah.
My kids have a few Star Wars ones, but they also have, the bear, the CeeLo Bear from Teen Titans Go, The Night Begins to Shine. They have the special one of that.
Ashley and I got custom Funkos made of ourselves too.
Oh, and the cellar is an hour away.
Road
Feels
trip?
like it's meant to be.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
So we didn't talk you out of it. Oh well.
No.
Ryan, what kind of news do you have?
Good
Nothing.
friends we are.
My
Nothing. Jacob, what about you? What you got?
Well, Disney Dreamlight Valley news, obviously. Because, I mean, we already know it's coming to Switch 2, but also next week the new Star Pass starts, and it is Lady and the Tramp themed.
Isn't
And
there
they
a new
are going to be
expansion
coming.
this fall too? Did I see something
up?
about? Did I see something about a new expansion in the fall too?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's generally when they release them, November-ish.
Okay,
But yeah.
continue on.
Oh, that's all I got. Lady and the
all
Tramp
your
are coming.
news?
Yeah,
It?
yeah.
You don't have any movie watch or anything?
I mean, there's a new Super Mario Galaxy trailer. That's it.
It's like not even worth playing the clip.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't gonna.
Well, then I'm playing this one.
You big old dumb idiot.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right, should we dive into reviews?
I mean, I guess.
Ryan, you ready? Because you and Bri are going to start things off.
Okay.
All right, let's dive into these. First game to talk about tonight, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, developed by Starseed Games, published by Electric Airship. Released February 5th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, and PS5 for $19.99. The game takes place in the dream of an 8-year-old boy. When the Pulsating Mass threatens his family and the stability of the dream world itself, Jimmy sets out on an adventure to save his family and eradicate the Pulsating Mass. Along the way, Jimmy must work with his family, confront his own shortcomings, and brave the creeping nightmares of his subconscious. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is a Japanese-style RPG made by a guy from Texas. Bri, Ryan, both of you covered this. Who wants to start off?
You go for it, Bri.
All right. So this is a JRPG-style game filled with whimsy, a deeper narrative once you dig in. It's a quirky look at how kids see the world. It follows Jimmy. He's an 8-year-old boy having a really intense dream. And in our dream, mom bakes cakes, dad works on his cool crystal project, our older brothers are weird. Things are kind of wholesome, though, with your loving family and your mom making snacks like ants on a log. And your parents even mention special adult fun time. And if you break in on them, you'll find them hula hooping, which was super cute.
Which is how I got a son, actually. That's the exact way.
There you go. Yeah.
that it happened.
Yeah. So when you complete a fight, it gives you like encouragement. It says, Jimmy did a good job. You know, along with your XP and your money, you get like encouragement. And at first we have like standard step and fetch quests to go get some honey. And when we go get the honey or get to find the honey, we need to solve another problem before we can get the honey, and then another problem. You know, standard RPG quests. But something seems to be stalking Jimmy. Something big is spreading Jimmy hate throughout the lands and casting us out. And before we know it, we have a whole pulsating mass at our doorstep, like this corrupting force that makes our family band together to protect each other as they face their fears. And like the first time we get into turn-based combat, we can attack and guard and use special attacks. And the attacks are like really cute. Like Buck, your brother, is this dude bro who bullies things as an attack. And the enemy will make off-color jokes. Not that we know what those jokes are. It just says that the enemy made an off-color joke. And Jimmy's special is his imagination, where he equips skills that he learns from winning battles and gaining experiences. And I'll explain more about that in a second. But when you beat up the enemy, it gives comic book fight balloons full of onomatopoeias like pow and crash, which I thought was super cute. But yeah, through the power of empathy, Jimmy can turn into things that he encounters, like a revolting blob with the power of being hated. But you can also squeeze into small spaces, which is totally how I found my parents hula hooping. And then you can do field actions when you're out in the world, like on the world map or in the mini maps and stuff, using the X button. And then you can transform between your different forms pretty seamlessly, both in combat and out. And you get these special battles with mini bosses that allow Jimmy to learn new transformations. Each one gets imagination exposition, like some sort of PTSD flashback for some new personality we've developed. And then you get to turn into something new, like a beautiful flower or a jack-o'-lantern. And each of these transformations gives us new things we can do, not only in combat, but in the world. So, like, you can summon fights to you, you can dig into the dirt and uncover new pathways and hidden objects. You can shake things for information or, like, their contents of their wallet or whatever, stuff like that. You also get these like tutorial bits from a nerd who appears from the sky called Information Guy. And he gives information and then goes on random tangents about hyphens versus dashes and like other opinions on punctuation that are like way too deep for anyone needing to, I don't know. It was pretty random, but also informative. And later you'll find him on like TVs in the field to explain different things as like that come up new. So it's pretty good with like the tutorial aspect. Combat was mostly random encounters, but if you want to avoid easier battles, you can skip them by hitting B. If you see a green exclamation pop up, if you see a red exclamation, you have to do the fight. There are also mini boss encounters. I mentioned that'll give Jimmy his powers, and you can change which power he has set during combat by switching forms. It like just takes a turn action. And then there's bigger boss encounters too. They make up most of the achievements for the game on Xbox. Ooh, excuse me. Like many RPGs, you can also adjust your equipment. There's trinkets with interesting bonuses that help flesh out your build. There aren't really many skill points to be added. It automatically changes when you level up. And a lot of the damage and healing items and things. Sorry, I totally got lost on my notes. Let me back up and think about what the hell I was saying. Oh yeah. So the stuff deals with like percentages. So as you level, the skills you have grow and the healing items grow, but they get more expensive as you move throughout the areas as well. So, and you don't really have the money early on to like max buy all the healing items. So I don't know. You can heal at water fountains, which are pretty reasonably spread out. You can save anytime from the main menu. Treasure chests are toy boxes. There's a banking system you can utilize. If you actually fail a monster fight, you lose like half your money. So it's not a bad idea to use the bank. There's
just like Earthbound.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get to that because I haven't played
That's
Earthbound.
what I was gonna get to as well.
Yeah. So maybe if you've played Earthbound, you'll be able to speak to that more. But there are a ton of secrets to find in this game using the transformation skills. Like, it felt really rewarding to explore, even though you couldn't just find things in every barrel. Enemies are things like anthropomorphized clouds and personification of bad weather. There's a boss that's just imaginary numbers. Things you dream up as a kid. I don't know. The enemies have like tells to some of their devastating attacks, some nuance to their weaknesses and strengths. And there was this mini boss fight. I had to use the steel ability I had just gained to take the giant weapon right out of one of the enemy's hands, effectively rendering all of his attacks useless, which was pretty cool. So there's like lots of interesting things to play within the different enemies, and you learn some of them, and it's pretty fun. I've mentioned like the whimsy and humor because it starts out light, but it builds into a more complex narrative with deeper emotion. Like, tone shifts like partway through the game, and it starts growing into something else. And I wouldn't call it quite just dark humor or even horror, but there is like a darkness mixed in with a childlike view of the world. And if you think about how children see things that they're afraid of, especially ones with really active imagination, you might have a clue where this might go. The art is like 16-bit pixel art. The colors are vibrant and befitting of a dream world of an 8-year-old. You walk on clouds with rainbow bridges and have cotton candy colored trees in the beginning. The art itself is quirky. Sometimes I felt like the landscapes were a little sparse, but I was still excited to see what lay around the next corner. Soundtrack was really catchy. Had new tunes for each area that felt like they belonged there. I think good care was put into selecting or composing music for each of the different parts of Jimmy's digital dream world. And again, I don't have Earthbound to compare it to, so
you
someone
need
else
to play
can speak
Earthbound.
about that. I know.
You need to play Earthbound.
Yeah. Some settings to note: it had some old school graphic add-ons like CRT filter and warped screen. You can just turn that off if you don't like it. It wasn't too intrusive to me. It allows for instant text, various battle speeds, even a turbo. Ultimately, it's designed to harken back to the 16-bit era with modern concessions. You have difficulty settings that don't appear to have any bearing on the achievements. And you can change the difficulty at any time throughout your 40 to 50 hours of estimated possible gameplay. I didn't get to put 50 hours into it, but
yet.
Are you planning to?
I am planning to. So yeah, I saw on the internet when I went looking for how long it might take to complete this game, the comparison to Earthbound. And again, I haven't played that. But I looked at the art of Earthbound, and some of the things looked a little similar. Ryan, your thoughts on the game and Earthbound and its inspiration there.
Yeah, that is like I was a little torn on it because I am enjoying my time with this game. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to play more. Like it's like everything you covered. It's it's cute and the story's good and all that. But as someone who has played Earthbound, this game is Earthbound. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but kind of like how my brain was thinking of it as I was playing is, doing homages to, classic games is nothing new with modern indies, but I do feel this one is a little heavy-handed with it. Like when you play Shovel Knight, for instance, you can tell there's definitely some inspiration from like Mario 3 and Mega Man, but you're still playing Shovel Knight. It still feels like its own unique thing. This definitely takes a lot of inspiration from Earthbound, and it is smacking you in the face with that every minute of the game. Not that that's bad. I love Earthbound. It's just very much. It almost feels like this might have started as like a mod for Earthbound and then became its own thing.
I was gonna say, like, I haven't put too much time into this, but the little bit I did, it felt like an Earthbound fan game. It felt like this was something that started as like Earthbound Remix or something, and Nintendo's like, no, you got to change your fucking name, and they're like, okay, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. All right, fucking whatever.
Yeah, like with the art style.
The writing, the pics, the graphics.
And the writing is good in this.
Yeah.
I will say the visuals kind of remind me more Mother 3 than Mother 2 Earthbound. But like the feeling is, it feels more 32-bit like Game Boy Advance visually to me.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely worse games that you can kind of make your own clone of, for sure.
I mean, if you're going to copy greatness, right?
yeah, you can do worse than that. I mean, because how many of these like RPGs are, Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger? Like those exist by the thousands too. It's not a deal breaker by any means. And I do think that there is enough uniqueness, in like the the transformations and like all that type of stuff, which doesn't make this like an exact one-to-one. There definitely is redeeming stuff that was added, but it is very heavy Earthbound.
Well, let's talk price on it. It is a $20 game, which is about 1/100th of what Earthbound costs in physical form these days. What are your thoughts on this at $20?
It was like a 16-bit Little Nemo JRPG fever dream with adult humor wrapped in a mostly wholesome wrapper. I feel like I didn't get nearly as far into the game as I wanted to have a wholehearted buy it, but I'm going to give it like a tentative buy it.
Ryan, what about you?
I think I would give it a buy it. Like I said, like I feel if you've played Earthbound before, that might be a little distracting, like we've kind of been hammering here, but I think it has enough on its own that it stands through, and there's a lot here if you really want to dive in. Like I've played a decent chunk and I don't feel like I'm very far at all. So if you like this type of like, JRPG and turn-based combat and all of that, there is a lot of meat on the bone. And I think for $20, I would give it a buy it.
Yeah, I think it's worth the price for sure.
Now, if it was $60, I'd be a little, but for $20, absolutely.
And I believe this is one of the first or earlier releases from Electric Airship. I believe they are a sister company of Penguin Pop, which is
that's what I got
RPG
as well somehow.
Related, which I can't wait to see what they do. If this is like the beginning of what Electric Airship has to offer, future looks bright for them.
Yeah, this is definitely a good find for them to bring to consoles. So, yeah.
All right. Well, Ryan, that is it for you. We will let you get going so you can play Funkos with your kid.
So yeah, my it's bedtime for the boy. As you can tell, he was very excited to come in here. So we got to work on that. Appreciate you all as always.
Do you have any final
ya.
words? Like, where can people keep up to date with you, what you're doing? What kind of shows do you have coming up? Pimp yourself.
Oh, sure. Cripplethreat.com is the website. Cripplethreat 8 is all the social media. Got a lot of tour dates coming up here soon. I'll be doing, starting in March on through the rest of the year, I have, Columbus, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Kansas City, Omaha, Escondido, California, Salem, Oregon, the Seattle area in Washington, working on Nebraska. I'll be in Pittsburgh in March. Got a lot of stuff coming on, adding more dates right now. Just follow me on all that good stuff, Cripplethreat 8 and cripplethreat.com.
Pittsburgh in March. Are you getting any further east?
I'm doing a college conference in Hershey the night before, so I added this. But I'm also working on the Philadelphia area for later in the year as well. I just don't have anything to announce yet.
I'm guessing that Hershey thing isn't public, is it?
It is not.
You rattling off every single city that you're going to be at was the shittiest cover of Johnny Cash's "I've Been Everywhere."
Damn,
want to go to Toledo, Ohio?
Not a bad distance for me either. I would totally go see you in Hershey.
Yeah, well, this is something called APCA. It's basically a showcase where you're auditioning for about 200 colleges at once, so that they can hire you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I know somebody who would go to that every year because he was in charge of student activities.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing. They'll have comics, they'll have musicians, they'll have magicians, they'll have just like anyone who might try to get work at colleges can do this. So it's a cool little thing. I'm looking forward to it as long as I get work out of it.
Very cool. Well, if you would like to do a chocolate factory tour, just let me know. And there's one in Hershey.
Then we can go to Hershey, Pennsylvania. You're gonna make Jacob, you're gonna make Jacob jealous. Don't do that to him.
I know.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have an update on No Rest for the Wicked, developed and published by Moon Studios. Released out of early access to 1.0 February 5th on Steam for $39.99. From Moon Studios comes No Rest for the Wicked, a unique visceral action RPG set in a handcrafted world with Souls-like combat. Coughing is fun. You are a Serum, a mystical holy warrior sworn to defeat the plague at any cost, but as rebellion, religion, and corruption collide on the Isle of Sakra, every forest and dungeon you uncover may hold new surprises and challenges. Each location is handcrafted and filled with hidden secrets and treasure that lurk in the most unlikely of places. Aki, you checked this one out in early access quite a while ago, just hit 1.0, and you wanted to talk about it. So what did you want to say?
All right. Well, they have done a few fairly major updates to the game. Originally, I had some problems with it. The main one being that enemies didn't respawn, and that made it hard to farm any sort of experience that I needed to beat the first boss before you can get into the major town where you finally get like a bed and storage and all that fun stuff. And one of their updates finally brought it to where enemies started respawning for you. And that was great. I loved that. And they've also added in co-op for people. So now you can play with your friend. I think it's only 2-player co-op. No, I'm pretty sure it's 4 actually. 4-player co-op, I'm pretty sure. So you can play with your friends, have fun, go kill the shit out of some things. It doesn't seem to make the game any harder, even though you have more people, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, it's gotten a lot better in my opinion. I think it was a try it when I first reviewed it, and now it's definitely a buy it. It is really good. I really appreciate the updates that they've done to it. Really good. And they have apparently sold 1.5 million copies
wow.
as of, I think, last week, right before it went to 1.0. So congratulations to them. They deserve it. This game's great.
Indeed. Any other thoughts on it? Because it does support 4-player. Is this something I could get into? Because I've had my eye on this one. I am a fan of Moon Studios. I don't know if we're ever going to see this on other platforms at this point. But is this something I should look into on Steam?
You might actually like this. It is very weird looking. I think you might actually enjoy this. And if you do end up getting it, I will play it with you.
I should have got it before it fucking went up in price. It was 40% off.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll go on sale again at some point. Probably.
All right, well, it is $40. Would you like to update your verdict?
It's totally a buy it now. It has fixed basically every single problem I had with it. The only thing I could ask them to do now is give me a better a mini map so I can, figure out where the fuck I am. Because there are a lot of places to go in this game, and it is hard to remember pathways. But other than that, this game, it's fixed every issue I've had, so totally a buy it now.
Very good. Next up, Tomb of the Bloodletter, developed by Ethan's Secretions. Jacob, you have a comment on that one? Nothing?
Nope.
I'm muted, so no.
Now you're unmuted. Ethan's Secretions. Comment?
Sorry, I muted myself again.
Motherfucker. Published by Indie.io, released February 5th on Steam for $7.99, Tomb of the Bloodletter is a strategic word roguelike where your keyboard becomes your arsenal. Use your wit, if you have it, to unleash deadly words through tactical combinations of your letters to defeat the denizens of this dingy tomb and claim the Bloodletter for yourself. Aki, what is going on in Tomb of the Bloodletter?
Okay, this is kind of a dungeon crawler. You get to pick which one of your characters you want to play as. You start off with only one available, and as you get through different areas, you unlock new characters that are completely different. Like the first one, he's just a dude who beats shit up. The next one apparently does healing and stuff. So yeah, they're all different classes. I haven't been able to unlock any of them because what you do in the game is you pick routes and you fight enemies in those routes. The enemies seem to be kind of randomized as to who you're fighting. They all have their own hit points as well as different abilities they have. Some of them are like, oh yeah, if they hit you this round, then they block one of your vowels off. And that's actually why I didn't get very far in the game, is because every time I fought that, I lost pretty quickly. Because what you have to do is you have to write words, and on some of the letters, because you actually get a keyboard that shows up on the screen, on different keys, there are different symbols that are different abilities that your character has. Some of them are like a rotting tomato, and it's like, oh, if you type a word that has that letter in it, or multiple of that letter, you take 1 damage for every time that letter shows up in that word. Other times it's like, if you put this letter in here, you heal by 1 point, or you do damage to this enemy, or if you use this before you damage an enemy, it doubles all the damage you do from that point forward for this word. Things like that. So when the third or fourth creature I find is something that gets rid of vowels, that's 5 rounds. And if I don't kill it in 5 rounds, I can't create any words anymore other than and sh. And guess what? That shit ain't useful if there isn't an ability on them. Because every time you use a letter that has an ability, that ability leaves that letter and a new ability is tossed randomly on the board. So, and sh doesn't really work.
So you need to know a lot of words with this game.
Yes, you do. And the problem...
Oh, Jacob, I wonder if you would enjoy something like this, but you don't have Steam, so... Damn it.
I think everyone in here, except for maybe you, would probably actually get into this game.
You don't think I would? Why?
I don't know. I just... Coming up with words like this just doesn't seem like you'd find that much fun in it, because you have to do all the talking and shit as a host.
You also have a 3rd grade reading level.
Ooh.
I used to fuck people up at friggin' Words with Friends. Like, I crushed people.
Oh, okay. Maybe all of us would like this game.
To fuck mothers too. I mean,
I did. Ryan.
Good on Joe.
So the problem with this is, you want to use the letters that have good effects and kind of ignore the ones that have bad effects, because they just hurt you and the enemies are also doing damage to you. So you just really don't want that when you start off with very little health, to where the very first thing you fight can kill you. Because I think I start off with like 5 health or something, and that's like nothing, especially when enemies have like 8 or more health regularly. It's like, oh, so I'm just gonna get butt fucked here. Okay, cool.
I like the one Steam review I'm looking at. It says 4 hours on record. Thumbs up. I can't spell. I don't know why I bought this.
Fair. That is. Yeah, I understand. Perfectly reasonable as far as I'm.
That is a good review.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just would like to be able to get further into the game, because I keep running across the creature that keeps taking away all my vowels, and once you lose even 2 or 3 of your vowels, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a roguelike, to see how far you get and then keep going. Try to do better every time. It's an $8 game if you buy it before the 19th, so you got a couple weeks on this one. 20% off, down to $6.39. Give us your verdict on Tomb of the Bloodletter.
If you're really into doing spelling bees, totally a game for you. If you're illiterate, not a game for you. Everyone else, maybe this could be a try it. So I'm going to go with a try it overall.
Sounds good. All right, Aki, that is it for you. I know you are tired as hell, so we will let you get going.
I'm going to try and stay up for at least a few of these, but I don't know how long I'm going to actually manage. Because I did nod off during Ryan and Bri's review. So
one of our reviews could be interrupted by you loudly snoring?
No, because I mute myself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Don't mute yourself. I want to hear you snore.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't snore.
I hope you snore during my whole entire review. That'd be amazing.
I want Aki to be like really tired and really close to falling asleep. Peaceful. Quiet.
And then as my head smacks against something.
Scare the shit out of her with that.
That won't scare me though. Music makes me more tired, actually. That's one of the reasons why I don't have music. That's why most video games I have my music set really low, because it makes me super tired.
Wait, this would put you to sleep?
Yeah. If I listen to it long enough, yeah. Yeah, it would.
So I'm not the only weirdo that falls asleep to between.
If you're in a war zone long enough, you'll be able to fall asleep in a war zone. Like, duh.
Which is how she falls asleep during this show.
All right, I need the phone number of one of your close by relatives, because I want them to put your hand in warm water while you're asleep.
Of what purpose would that serve?
Oh, you don't know?
Well, I know that's supposed to make you pee yourself, but dude, I have seizures.
I pee myself all the time.
The same thing.
Well, that's no fun. Damn it.
Do you dipe up?
No.
No,
I don't.
Ashley
I don't.
does.
I don't have them. I don't have them often enough that I have to worry about that. Thankfully,
Ashley,
when I do it, it sucks that I'm not wearing them. But the rest of the time, I just feel very self-conscious.
Ashley would cough really hard and then like have a little bit of squirts, so she started wearing liners to help with pill squirts. All right, next game to talk about. Let's talk about kid stuff now. Oh my god. Running Fable Petite Party, developed and published by Seashell Studio, released January 30th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $13.99. It's not just a party, it's a battlefield disguised in balloons. Running Fable Petite Party is what happens when tabletop strategy meets competitive chaos. Who will stand victorious and who will never live that loss down? Jacob, how many losses will you never live down?
With this game, quite a few, but thankfully my kids lost more, so not as many as them. So I still come out on top. Yes!
Works for me.
Running Fable is I guess it's a sequel? Is that what it I don't know that the first game actually had a story.
Wasn't Running Fable a racer?
Yeah,
a running
like
racer, and then this is more like a party game. So I guess this is like an offshoot.
It's like I don't know, but anyway. So it's very much a party game that's also got like a board game attached to it. So I know some of the Mario parties do that. My kids would recognize the gameplay and accused it of copying off of Garfield Lasagna Party. I'm like, no, this is not. No, they're not the first one to ever use the board game idea, guys. But anyway, so this goes back to the woodland creature, tortoise versus hare, Aesop's Fable story that the first one had us, dealing with. And with these different characters, you're competing in a lot of different mini games. There's one where you're running around in this tundra and you have to chase Santa Claus and bag him. They honestly get kind of random as they go along. There's one where there's a go-kart, Mario Kart kind of game. It's not exactly like Bomberman, but kind of. Bomberman. There was a Frogger kind of one that my kids really enjoyed, where you had to hop across these lily pads. You might recognize some of the gameplay styles from the Rabbids games as well. There was one where you have to walk along with this huge stack of dishes and not spill them, obviously. There's soccer, all that kind of stuff. The AI is going to kick your ass. Just get used to it. So at the board game level, and this is the part that really drove my kids nuts. So what happens is that you have to throw a die as you're moving across, and I swear to God, the game only ever gives you one or two. Meanwhile, the CPU is always going to be scoring a 4 or 5, not a 6, because, that would be cheating. But this thing scores 4s and 5s more than you ever will. And so my kids got regularly frustrated with this because they'd end up having to miss turns because the CPU would then be laying traps on the board game that would mess them up. And so, yeah. So with this, the board game itself is not a whole lot of fun, but you're really there for the mini games. The mini games are honestly, they're okay. There aren't too many where you have to control the camera, or where you can move the camera as you need to. And, so it does get rid of that issue that the first, that running racing game had. But but at the same time, you're also beholden to whatever camera that the game gives you, which is not always the best. Like, it will suffer during the kart racing ones. And honestly, like, the gameplay during actually the kart racing, that actually significantly slowed down at points. That and the soccer game. My kids were like, did we hit something? Like, is there like some sort of like, like weapon that we got hit by or trap that we set? Like, no, it's just the game. It is not apparently optimized properly, but yeah. Like, all in all, we had fun while hating the experience.
So it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, like, it was all right. I'm
kind of bummed there's no online on this.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, it makes sure that kids actually have to play together. Like,
true.
Like, in person. Like, I have to hear my kids interacting with kids from their school, like, as they play Minecraft, and I'm just like, no, this is awful. Like, you guys should be running around in a neighborhood together, not, why are you 8 years old and doing this? Like, no. Anyway, that off my soapbox for that.
$14. Verdict.
At minimum, I'd give it a try. It, like, if you're a big fan of party games, then yeah, I think it's definitely worth the price for it. But otherwise, just wait for sale.
Okie doke. Next up, Rightfully, Beary Arms, developed and published by Daylight Basement Studio. Released January 27th on Series X and S for $9.99, coming later this year to Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox One. Don't be fooled by its cuteness. Rightfully, Beary Arms is a bullet hell roguelite that will punish and reward you. Augment weapons to create unique weapon builds. Pick rewards as you explore levels. Alter mechanics to your benefit and peril. Fight, die, become stronger, and do it all over again. Jacob, what is Rightfully Beary Arms?
So, Rightfully Beary Arms is I'd put it as a sci-fi because, yeah, setting, weapons, characters, all that kind of stuff. Sci-fi action roguelike. It's also a bullet hell. And you play as this little bear guy who has a gun. And you go through a tutorial first, which is hosted by a very handsome fox, who is also very helpful. And you learn the ins and outs of how to play the game, how to switch up your weapons, like, what does this mean, how to jump, all that kind of stuff. And then the game's just kind of like, all right, well, off you go. Thankfully, it doesn't kick your ass too badly in the first couple of levels, but then it will start throwing the enemies at you, and you have to, like, you just have to be constantly ready to adapt. It's not like you're always going to find that magnificent build that you need to always stay with, because eventually you will die and you're going to lose some of this stuff. But thankfully there are some permanent upgrades that can help you out. And it doesn't take too long to start earning those, thankfully. This isn't one of those roguelikes where it's, we're going to make you suffer for like the first 3 hours of the game before, we start letting you do anything cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. That's one of the things I liked about the gameplay. The art style is really cute. I liked the different enemy types that would come along. My favorite was this. It looked like a upside down peach with a big leaf in its butt crack. I don't know if it's actually what it was supposed to be, but that's what it looked like to me. But there's all sorts of different characters they give you, and when you shoot them, they drop, experience and bullets and stuff like that for you to use, and you just keep moving through the missions. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Very good. This one looks really cool. I like the visual style to it. I'm always a fan of these HD 2D looking games.
The The one thing I will say that I didn't like about it is that at least I couldn't find it, and maybe there is like a game setting like later on as like a power that you can earn. I wish that there was like an auto aim for this. It would have made the game a bit easier to manage for me, and I like because I do appreciate those roguelikes with that auto aiming ability.
Yeah.
But all in all, like this is really fun.
Gungeon, get good, buddy. $10. What do you think?
Yeah, totally worth it. Like it doesn't rewrite the the genre, but it's a damn fun time.
Very good. Any other thoughts on it?
Buy it.
I am looking at the store page, and one of the guns is a Mac 10 and cheese.
I heard like I haven't seen that one yet.
Mac,
but I
Love it.
I did see somebody write about that thing.
Very good. Next up, Arcade Archives 2 Quester, developed and published by HAMSTER Corp. Released January 28th, Series X and S, Switch 2, PS5, $9.99. Quester is a brick breaker released by Namco Limited, 1987. Your goal is safely to return to Earth by piloting the spacecraft and defeating the mysterious space organisms that obstruct your path. The ball can split into multiple pieces if it continues to bounce off walls. Use various power-ups and items to your advantage, and aim to clear all 33 rounds. Jacob, what is going on in ACA 2 Quester?
So I do like what our PR person from HAMSTER wrote about this title. Joe, do you have that email handy?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. You could talk while I look for it.
Well, anyway, it's a brick breaker game. That's pretty much simply what it is. What's neat about this is that there actually seems to be a little bit of a storyline going with it. And it makes all these fun different shapes that you have to break up by bouncing the ball, whether it's across like the wall or bouncing it against like the object itself. But as the ball hits these bricks, like the bricks disappear, might take multiple hits. There are various power-ups that you can get in the game, but have fun ever getting a chance to use them because holy crap, this game moves quick and my hands don't move as quick as it needs to be.
You know why? Because here's the message. I'm looking forward to Quester next. I hope Jacob tries using a gaming mouse, otherwise another round of misery awaits him. Did you use a gaming mouse?
I don't have a gaming mouse.
You don't have any kind of mouse that you could plug into your Xbox?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not from where we have the Xbox installed anyway.
Oh, gee.
I mean, I guess I could use like a wireless Bluetooth mouse.
Yeah, you just need a mouse.
No, I never tried.
So this is all on you.
I mean, I still had fun. I mean, it's a brick breaker game. Like, there's beauty in its simplicity, and honestly, like bright colors and nice, fun shapes with this one. I was having fun with it. Do I suck at it? Oh, you betcha. But it's a standard Arcade Archives release. You have the caravan mode, the high score mode, and the time attack mode, along with the normal arcade version. And yeah, I'd never heard of Quester before. I mean, it's
I'm going to give you some info. You never heard of it because it released in Japan only originally.
Okay.
It was Namco's response to Arkanoid by Taito.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you had oh shoot, what was that? God, it was an Arcade Archives game that they released earlier this year. Shoot, or last year, late last year. Crap. What the heck was it? It was like the Bomb Bee. That one. It was like a combination, like how that one was a combination of like pinball and brick breaker. I mean, yeah. I mean, who did that one? Was that Konami as well? I think so. Whatever.
I'm not an encyclopedia of gaming. Don't know.
Why not, Joe? Why
'Cause
the frick not?
Smoke too much weed.
That's fair. I should make you smoke some more now.
Yeah, I should. So yeah.
Anyway,
what do you think sets this apart from Arkanoid?
Gonna be honest, like in my opinion, not a whole lot. It's really just like the different shapes that you get to destroy. Like, I mean, like there's like a bunch of different like UFOs and stuff like that. And there are like some blocks that are kind of different, but I mean, Arkanoid had that kind of stuff too. I'm going to be honest, there's not a whole lot that's really unique about this title, but it doesn't mean that it's not fun.
Yeah, well, it clocks in at $10, and it does support console keyboard and mouse. So if you have a mouse, plug it in for this one and try it that way. $10 on this one. What do you think of it?
Yeah, $10. I would totally go for that. It's a lot of fun.
Very good. Horror Acolyte asking, when is the ACA Cool Borders review?
Boy, here we go.
Hamster. Why? Why are we doing this? We missed like hundreds of ACA games on Xbox. Finally bring the ACA 2 series to Xbox. Now you're skipping us with console archives. Why? Why? We asked earlier in the show. You should go back and listen earlier, because I get kind of angry back there. I just want to know why. Why does Xbox keep getting on these releases? I want Cool Borders on Xbox. I want Ninja Gaiden 2 on Xbox. I want console archives on Xbox. Xbox gave you a blog post about the ACA releases we never got. And now we're not getting these. Grumble. We want answers. Final game to talk about tonight is Hidden Cats in Christmas, developed by Nukearts Studio, published by Silesia Games. Released February 4th, Xbox One, Series X and S, 5th on Switch and Switch 2, PS4 and PS5, $3.99 all platforms. The Hidden Cats are celebrating the holidays in the magical Christmas World Park. Start with a snowy gray canvas and watch it burst into festive colors as you spot more than 900 hidden kittens and characters inspired by global traditions. Discover photos of real cats from the community and pair them with illustrated felines to unlock 7 bonus stages featuring a new progressive colorization effect. Bri, Jacob, both of you covered this. Bri, start us off. What's going on in Hidden Cats in Christmas?
Well, I'm always excited for a new Hidden Cat game, and while this one isn't time for the season, I didn't mind one bit. I was happy to revisit a little Christmas magic. This game follows the same format as the other games in the series, and you'll find adorable cats and other things hidden in different scenes with cute line art. You have one giant scene to start with. It colors in as you go. And once you find all the hidden people or cats in that section of the scene,
I need to pause for a second about that. I haven't played one of these games in about like 2 years, and I don't like the color in as you go feature was completely new for me, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
In the Hidden Cats games? That's always been there.
No, it hasn't. Not as you're the cats will get colored in, but like the scene itself, if you've when
you
get all the cats in a section, it colors in.
There actually is an improvement on this one. Is normally when you have the cars at the bottom, you have to get all of the cars in the entire row before it colors in. Now it actually does it each car. That was a new feature. The coloring in on this one was actually even more generous than previous ones in the series. I
was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, and that the coloring in helps you can just look elsewhere. Our scene this time is Christmas World Park. One of the big things to do here is find the special cats that unlock the smaller scenes for you to play. Special cats are a combination of cats sent in by fans and caricatures of cat concepts or other things. There's like a Grinchy type cat that's like, it's called the Christmas Thief, I think. Yeah, so cute stuff like that. In the big scene, you'll also have moving parts like rows of cars, as I mentioned, Christmas-themed rides, hot air balloons, and the town is full of Christmas cheer and fun things to find, like the North Pole Post Office. Once you've unlocked all the things in the big scene, you unlock the 6 smaller scenes like Christmas dinner, snowman competition, the decoration store, and the scenes have like 50 to 100 things to find and color in only when you've finished. They also have wiggle cats, which is what I call the extra hidden cats behind bits of terrain that wiggle to let you know there's something there. Like wiggle butts. That's how I view it. And once you've finished the 6 bonus levels, you get another large scene called the Christmas Market, which has a large amount of cats and city people to find. And the specific people you can only find like 5 at a time based on the available pictures in the top bar. You have city people to find in the original big scene as well. This is a slightly different style of big scene. It's not quite as big as the big city scene, but it's still a pretty large scene. Pretty standard for the format of these games. You also have a card collection of special cats and places that you can view on the main menu once you've unlocked them. There is a dark mode to help your eyes see a little better. A few other things I would note. There's a small number of hints available on each level, but you don't want to use them if you care about achievements. Meows. So many meows. When you find the cats, when you're near them, you can zoom way in using the rather generous zoom feature and use the meowing to help locate those particularly hard to find cattos. The music is a chill winter-themed soundtrack that has sleigh bells ringing, but not just some unlicensed version of a familiar Christmas tune that we're already sick to death of. It was actually pretty pleasant. And Jacob, I didn't know if you had ever played these before. I'm glad to hear that you have, but how did you enjoy this one?
I mean, the big thing for me was the whole, you get all the cats in a certain in an area and it just colors in. Oh my god. Like the whole time I was just like, oh, this is so nice compared to like the previous ones where I would just I would just go absolutely nuts trying to locate, 200 cats on this already thing I can't magnify anymore. But yeah, I was having a lot of fun with it. Like it was pretty breezy. I'd say like 3-4 hours searching. But I really enjoyed it. Like I hope we get to review more.
I mean, we do. It's just Bri always gets them.
I know.
Yeah,
I hope I get a code this time.
Dude, they're $4.
You're $4.
No, I'm a lot more than $4.
No, you are not.
I am $6.49 right now, man.
That's only because of tax.
Shut up. All right, $4 verdicts on this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the price is great. There's like 900 plus things to find. Game is fun. Meow. Buy it.
Does Silesia put out Deny It's?
I don't know that I have found one.
I don't know. I'm going to go check.
They're just all these incredible hidden cat games. And like every month that you see new game, or every week that there's new games on True Achievements, everyone's like, oh, shovelware.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Hidden Cats games.
Like, I will say that there have been a couple of games that I wouldn't like put among my like top favorites, but I don't see any other stuff as being shovelware. They've got good puzzle games. They got a really good focus on relaxing games. And that's something I really appreciate, like just having, small chunks of things that I can do when I get home and want to unwind. And it's not, these big stressful situations. But yeah.
And affordable.
You know what's something also that I liked about this one? Like something else I liked about this one, like how after you solve the main one, there's like the little offshoots that are like 50 to 120 cats or something like that. That's a different artist than the main one. And what I really appreciated with this one compared to previous ones that I've played is that like I was actually searching for cats like 99% of the time. Like previously there would be so many instances where it would be like, oh well, it's a cat shaped logo on somebody's backpack, and like that counts as one of the cats, or like some plant leaf vaguely looks like a cat. That like that's one of them. There was barely any of that in this one, and so it was just like, oh, it was so nice to just like, does this constitute as a cat? Like I didn't have to play it this time, so played that.
Cool.
Whatever.
All right. Well, on that note, we are done with this episode. We made it through another one. Thanks to everyone for being here. Big thanks for Ryan for coming on, hanging out with us during this half of the show. Big thanks to Grant and Giuseppe for coming on in the first half of the show. Carmageddon, by the time you're hearing this on YouTube or MP3, Carmageddon is out now. Give it a go. Play it. Run some zombies over. Music. Grant was on, so I guess we got to play something from Grant, right?
Probably. I mean, it's either that or like, did the Carmageddon folks give you anything?
No, it's a dynamic soundtrack, so it's not like they have a license to anything.
Oh.
I don't know if they're going to be doing a soundtrack release or not. Yeah. So something from Grant. Anyone have any final words to end the show?
I was trying to think of something really mean to say about Aki, but like I couldn't come up with anything quick enough.
All I could think of was a comic strip that I saw in like the 80s. And it's called Famous Last Words. And it's like 4 panels of like famous people in like shitty situations about to die. And all you just see is like, no, shit, fuck, yeah.